Goblin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role. Critical Role-ish, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors will be sitting around, rolling dice and playing Dungeons and Dragons. Please do not adjust your computer monitors, your TVs. I'm not Matt Mercer. Can't you tell? We lost our illustrious DM as well as our...
Not forever.
He's gone. He's
On the
gone
land down under.
for all the next 7 days to Australia with our badass druid, Marisha Ray. They're both down in Haven Expo in Mackay, Australia.
Whoa.
Sure.
Anyway, we don't have them. They're not here, so instead we're going to have a little shitstorm of our own. And we'll get back to the Vox Machina tale next week. But anyway, I wasn't going to do anything. This feels so weird.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine.
The fact that I'm not sitting next to Laura, who is like, if I'm Linus, she's my blue blanket for this game.
If you were sitting next to me, though, you'd be getting smacked in the head over and over and over again right now.
I just want to knock this thing
Has
off.
camera panned over to her yet, or?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
been over
even
there a
know.
couple
Oh, yeah.
Coming.
All right.
Don't do it, Travis.
Well, anyway, I wasn't going to do this at all because I didn't have any time, but then a directing job of 2 days just went poof, which happens once in a while, so...
Yay, time!
Yay.
Free
Good. I
time!
had 2 days to cobble together some stupid bullshit to do with my friends, and we're going to do it. We're going to see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to it. But before we get to all that, we got a ton of announcements, so why don't we jump into that?
Yes.
The first one that I see here is that the Joe Mad poster on the Geek and Sundry store online. We only have 1 day left on the signed posters until tomorrow at 1 o'clock. It is really hard to concentrate with that.
You want me to stop while you're doing
Nope,
announcements?
I want to get used to it. Until 1 o'clock tomorrow, you can still get the signed poster. by
1
Joe
day
Mad.
left!
1 day.
Go online now.
Isn't there some musical you were in that said something about 1 day more?
1 day left to get a Joe Mad poster.
But if you can't do that, we also have 1 more week to get the unsigned. So it'll be there for a full week, and then they're gone till
Forever.
I don't know when. Forever.
I think so.
I
Forever.
think forever. Maybe a day.
Because
We
once we
might
start
have a
signing them,
small stock here for like giveaways or something, but I doubt.
we're going to lock ourselves in a room to sign them.
No, we're gonna burn the unsold ones.
Totally.
Just to stress, though, they are in person. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous to look at.
Seriously.
Online
Just
doesn't
like
do it.
us.
Sammy. I
Oh
think
yeah.
You're up next.
Okay. Thank you to all of the fans, the Geek and Sundry fans, because together we raised $84,512.
Amazing!
7 cents this
what?
weekend to support Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Yes!
It was amazing.
Yay.
You guys brought it and kept bringing it. And as promised, because we are oath keepers, we raised more than $75,000. Therefore, the Deadlands one-shot with some of the critical rollers will be posted online.
It already is online.
Is live, already live on geekandsundry.com. So, and there's also still time to donate to the cause. Go, there's a link in the chat. Just click on it and keep donating. Let's get it over 100,000.
There's still that
Yes.
T-shirt, too, that blue Critical Role shirt that all the proceeds go to the charity. They're still
Yes.
for sale.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was told they are.
I think they're still up.
You can go take a peeky poo and find out.
You'd have to stop Hulu.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Amazing.
She's still going. Quick little announcement. We can tell you now that we are definitely going to be with Geek and Sundry at San Diego Comic-Con. There'll be more details coming out next week, but we're going to be doing a ton of stuff there. We're really looking forward to it. We're going to be at Petco Park again, which means if you can't get tickets to Comic-Con, you can come see us over at the stadium.
Yeah!
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's gonna be fun.
Now, some really big news. We'll cut to Travis. Breaking news.
Liam, we have lost our collective goddamn minds, and we are actually taking this show out of the studio for the first time ever.
Oh my gosh.
Critical Role is going to be doing Critical Role live
What?
July 14th, West Hollywood.
Keep it going, girl.
Keep it going.
At the Landmark Theaters on Pico, we are going to be doing Critical Role live, same time, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but we're going to be doing it in front of a live audience. There are tickets that are going to be up at 6:30 p.m., which it's already passed.
Wait, the tickets are up now.
They're up. They're up on event. They're
Buy
up
the
on
tickets to see
Eventbrite.
us live, to touch our bodies live.
To touch
Well,
us. The link is in the chat. And the things you need to know, the doors will open at 6. The show will start at 7. We will be done by 10. We always say that, but that never happens. And the people that will be there will be a 30-minute Q&A in person live afterwards.
Wow.
Not on the stream. That's just
Not
live,
that's
folks.
right. There's a general admission amount of tickets. I think there are like only 167 tickets because it's our first time
It's a
trying
ridiculous
this. And there are 62 VIP seats that are super, super close. There'll also be a meet and greet involved afterwards, but it'll be like a super luxurious Critical Role package. And you'll get like super sweet, swanky stuff.
Wow.
Mercer,
Maybe
Mercer
able to
gives
smell
an
us.
amazing foot massage.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Critical Role live.
In person.
I'm
One
nervous.
night only.
I'm
In
nervous
person.
about
Hopefully
it.
one of many to come, but there has to be a first step.
We should talk about this off the stream, but we should have like an opening act, like a warm-up guy. Right? We should get like a stand-up or something.
Yeah.
Maybe Hardwick will come over.
Yeah. I don't think he's doing much.
you
Did you
know,
already say that it's still going to be
that's
on
complicated
the stream?
now.
Yes, it will still be on the stream.
So it's still like everything
being
is going to
streamed,
happen the same time
but live.
for you guys on Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Madness.
That's it. Quick
Okay.
sign meet and greet for VIPs only. That's all I got. There will be more details as we get closer, but July 14th, tickets will go fast.
Check the
For
chat
for every 10 minutes that Laura does that, I will donate $1 to the Muscular Dystrophy
Oh,
Association.
come on. How long have I already been doing it?
About
Is it
6.
retroactive?
About 6.
I can't do it the whole time. I got to sit down, you guys.
I got 2 more quick announcements. One, just to help Mercer out, there is a new Signal Boost out with
Yeah.
America Young doing her
she's
first episode.
Awesome.
America Young is totally
stunt woman.
badass. Good person, funny as hell on the show. I've seen a little bit, took a look. And then T, one of our T's, Taliesin, you have a little...
Yeah, I'm going to, against all sanity, I will be at Anime Expo on Friday and Saturday at the...
God be with you.
God be with me, Lord. At the Unified Pictures booth, talking about the new Vampire Hunter D comic, which I'm doing some stuff with and helping out with. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a giant hand on display. It's madness. And they are already prepared for me to just sit there and talk about D&D and Pathfinder. And they're like already like, they're prepared and they're totally cool with that. So come on by and just
What is life?
talk.
What is life?
Makes them look good. So.
You know, are there more announcements?
Not unless you got something you want to toss in.
No, I'm.
Liam's gonna run the show!
I'm going to stop hula hooping so I can play.
No, well, you gotta keep going till the credits start.
Okay.
We'll do that. Okay, so we'll take a quick little mini break, and when we come back, we'll let the bullshit sale begin. So, when last we left Vox Machina.
Done.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Okay, I mean, we're really
was
doing
good.
this. We are really doing
We're
this.
in.
Is this the music you want playing?
We are
I
in.
know.
Kill the music.
No
Kill the music. I'm drunk with power. Kill it.
Great, it worked.
It worked. There we go.
Wow.
Power
Bring the
with a
music
3-second delay. Well, look it. I mean, it is another hot-ass day in Los Angeles, guys.
It is.
3 days into the latest heat wave with temperatures in the valley hitting like 116, 117. Luckily, whoa, wow, a zephyr, a wind just blew by. Luckily, for the 4 of you, Travis,
Yes.
Laura,
Yeah.
Taliesin,
Yes.
and Sam.
Not expecting this to be white.
You guys live the life of voice actors in Los Angeles, so you get to beat the heat. You spend most of your days in supremely air-conditioned recording studios. You hide away in your dark little hidey holes. And today, you're double lucky because not only do you get to hide from the heat, you get to work with 3 of your bestest friends in the whole wide world. That's right.
Yeah.
The 4 of you guys have been working for the last 6 to 9 months, really, on the latest game by Phalanx Studios. You're working on the 3rd in the Felguard series. You've been doing performance capture for months.
Oh, man.
So hot in this
So much
mocap
Velcro.
suit.
Oh, just Velcro
You
everywhere.
know what? It's worth it for number 3. Felguard 3.
But you know, most of the performance capture is kind of behind you. You've done all the principal stuff. You'll probably return for pickups, but now we're moving into the voiceover leg of the journey.
All right.
And today, you're kicking off your first day of serious VO on the job. You're gonna have several days this week, and you are headed to good old Warner Brothers Studios.
Are we talking battle chatter, or is this?
No. It's the traversal. It's the connective tissue between all your cutscenes.
All right, nice.
Are we hoping to see the water tower when we arrive?
How can you not see the water tower when you arrive at the WB on the lot?
These are, by the way, this is a setting that everyone watching can identify. You're on the Warner Brothers lot.
I'm like, I want to run to my car and get my ID
Have you
badge and
guys
just
seen
stick it on right now.
Animaniacs? You know all you need to know. Okay, so, but you've all had busy mornings. Travis, you had a home workout. You worked out and did whatever strong people do. I've read about it. I don't know myself, but I know you do something to look like that.
Yep.
You did a bunch of that. You jumped in the pool, cooled off, listened to show tunes all the way there. Laura, unfortunately, you've been working all day. You had a 9 to 1.
I did.
You got to rush over for a 2 to 6. You
I'm
worked 2
already
sessions
tired.
a day. Seriously, is this game over yet?
This is
Taliesin,
flying close. I love it.
you've been at home writing all day on a totally unrelated project.
Oh, why would I do that?
Well, because it's anime and that goes deep with you.
No.
Somebody's got to adapt that shit.
God damn it.
But you get to go and work on this fucking AAA game, Felguard 3.
Yeah.
You're going to go do some VO. You're heading over now. And Sam is rushing over, obviously, from one of the, 37 animated series. I've lost track by now.
Yep.
You're barely going to make it on time. You got
Probably
a
late.
little wrinkle, though. Little wrinkle,
Oh, a
though.
little wrinkle. What happened?
Well, it's a heat wave, right? And your air conditioning broke. And your neighbors had just gone on vacation and given you their dog, Bixby. He's a pug.
Oh.
He's staying at your house, but you can't leave Bixby in the house when it's that hot. So you
Yeah,
have to
I'll take him with me. I'll
took
take
him
him
to
with
work.
me.
Yeah, you took
Yeah.
him to work, which is fine when you're directing. I don't know how it would go, in the booth.
Acting.
Sometimes
Is he a quiet dog?
he's generally pretty quiet.
All right, I'll take him and we'll hope that the director's cool with it.
He's fucking adorable.
Okay.
Bixby.
Bixby.
So anyway, you all roll up, you come through the gate, you park under that iconic water tower. Sam, 10 minutes after everybody else. You hit that air conditioning, it feels so good to get out of there. Boosh, you cool down. Hey, guess who the voiceover director is?
Who?
It's Liam O'Brien. Oh, friend, Liam O'Brien, that lovable idiot. Here he is, he's gonna direct you. He's taking over for the voiceover leg of Felguard 3.
Shit.
This is really, really weird.
This is happening.
Yes, it is. But you're seeing some people for the first time in a while. I mean, other than Liam, who you see pretty regularly. You go downstairs and you're meeting. I mean, obviously Pierce O'Toole is there. He kind of helps.
He's wearing a
with his
pin.
Iconic red woolen Zizou cap on and the big beard and his tie. Love him.
A new pin every time.
Emma stops in for a minute, but briefly she has a bunch
Emma.
of stuff
Her
to do.
hair looks
Can
amazing.
you do an Emma impression?
I think I'm going to steer away from that. And your engineer today is Alan. But also
Alan!
the devs are
Alan!
there too.
Alan!
3 of the devs from Phalanx are there. They were all there on the set. You know them really well. Jenna, the writer's there. She comes in and says, "Oh my God, Travis, I played Ragnarok. You were such a beast in that game."
Thank you. It's
And,
very
and
kind
like
of you
a
to say.
different kind of beast than from art. It was like, I mean, it's so stupid. I work in games, but like I hear you guys sometimes. I'm like, God, I didn't even know it was him.
Right.
I didn't even know it was him.
That's what that's our ultimate goal. So it really makes me happy to hear that we were able to confuse the ear.
Pretty good. It was
One
pretty
performance
good.
in the next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And the director Garrett, who was on set as the director, comes over to you and is like, "Oh my, dude, you're not gonna believe the scenes are coming back. I mean, it's at like 80%. It's not fully, rendered and everything.
Yeah,
but
done. How is it looking?
the sword work you did, it looks fucking you're a monster.
Oh, that's great, because I barely trained, and I mean, I was like floundering on the set, but.
How's that bruise?
Oh, no, it's totally fine. I mean, barely seeable. I totally won't sue the company or anything.
All right, well, just, when we get in here today, I know that Liam's taking over, but just,
Yeah.
we talked about the edge, that edge you have, just hold on to that edge.
Yeah. I won't pay attention to what he's saying, don't worry.
All right.
Garrett is so intense.
There's also the audio lead is there, and he's kind of eyeing the dog. His name is Gus, and I just want to make. I mean, is it normal to bring dogs to recording?
I'm sorry about this,
sessions?
Gus. It's just I'm in a pickle, and my friend left me this dog, and I don't want the dog to die, obviously. So
Liam chimes and says, "Well, is he quiet, or is he gonna?"
He's pretty. From what I've seen, he's pretty quiet dog. I mean, we've really grown quite close over the last.
Is he more likely to bark like if he's apart from you? Because we also don't want him barking in here if he's away.
You know what?
from you.
If I could take him in the booth with me, then Gus, if you're allergic, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be near me, and that would be great.
Well, Liam turns to the rest of the guys and says, "Well, we'll just give it we'll give it a minute, and if it's a problem, we'll figure it out. But if you say that he's good, what's his name?"
His name is Bixby.
Bixby.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's cute. He really
Don't give him
responds to my
chocolate, Liam.
commands.
Okay.
Roll
Why
for
would I give a
chocolate.
dog chocolate? That's a stupid idea. So Alan takes you in and gets you all. Are you going to be sitting and standing? Laura?
I'm going to be standing.
Okay, so he walks to person and adjusts all your microphones. Pierce pops in and goes like, guys, can I get you any coffee or tea?
I'll take a tea.
Okay.
Yeah, a throat coat with a little bit of honey.
A little bit of
Are you
honey.
doing a Starbucks run?
Tiny bit of lemon.
We can do that.
No lemon for me.
No
If
lemon?
you're doing a Starbucks run, I would
There's
love a
the clicks.
Starbucks
It's very
run.
nice.
What
It
is
does.
it?
It just
Let me
takes
get
the
it
lick
down.
out.
Let me take up this game of Critical Role while taking down a Starbucks run.
Alan, do you mind actually if I sit? It was a boss leg day yesterday, and I'm kind of.
Sure.
Is that
Oh,
cool?
we're getting picky, and that's all right.
Hey,
It's
if you don't
fine.
mind, it keeps me from wandering.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm
so you
freaking
guys-
out right now.
guys
What
all
is
get-
happening?
You guys all get set up, and after a while, Liam pops in on his own, and he's smiling, but he looks a little tense.
It's normal.
Pretty normal. Says, okay, so we have a ton of shit to get through. We have enough time, but we don't have
They
time
not
to
budget correctly for this?
We're good. We can't screw around too much, not too much. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
All right.
Okay. All right. I'll be with you guys in 1 minute. And
Okay.
He heads back out. He goes in. You guys are now vacuum sealed in, and they're talking, and you're
They
doing
hear
what
us?
you're doing.
Are the mics live? Can they hear us?
It's,
Can they hear us?
I was going to say, it's Warner Brothers. They never give me headphones at Warner Brothers.
They can hear you
But-
at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't hear anything coming out of there.
All
In
right.
the puppet show so far.
Blah.
Okay.
How's that Bruce feel for real?
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. It looks
I couldn't
terrible.
move my arm for like 3 days.
Yeah, it was pretty
You
brutal.
should have trained, is what you should have done. You didn't
Don't
train.
touch it.
Which one, this one?
Don't touch it. Don't.
Okay, guys. I guess we'll just dive into it. So the first page of the script is right there on the top.
Should we all
I
get
see
this
what
script
we're
out?
doing now.
Yes.
One with our name on it, right?
Yeah.
Just that one? Just the...
Yeah, just the one. So this is the first. So we've got like 50 of these to get through. But this is us leaving Oathbreaker Keep right after that huge fight.
I gotta get my glasses.
Laura,
on.
between your character, right, and the quartermaster, you and the quartermaster fought, and now you're leaving in a huff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing that happens in that scene, I just want to remind you, is Sam, Tantalus sort of gets cheeky with her and sends her off. So Laura, remember that you're coming off of that line from the very end.
Totally.
When you shove him out of the way and walk toward the gate.
I am so embarrassed. I forgot my glasses at the session. I didn't.
Oh dear.
It's okay. I'll be able to see.
You can
It's
read?
Totally fine. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can see it. I'll just hold it close.
Okay, so is everybody ready to get started? Everyone nods complacently. We'll
Yeah.
take one
Red
pass.
leather,
Yeah.
yellow leather. Red leather,
Yeah.
yellow leather. Red
Molto
leather,
bene,
yellow
molto
Just like
bene,
real life.
molto
Red
bene,
leather,
molto
yellow
bene,
leather.
molto bene, molto bene.
Okay, Alan calls out the take number and says, take one, and you guys are left into silence.
Enough. The Fell God had their chance. If we're to end this scourge, we do it on our own.
Make hay while the sun shines, I suppose. And you have some sort of plan?
I say we knock on the Vargoth's door and feed them their broken promises.
Direct. I like it.
Quiet. We're not alone.
Is that how you're gonna do it?
Okay, that was awesome.
Did
that
I
was
say
a great.
scourge wrong?
You
Scourge?
said scourge. That was my
It's
first
scourge.
point.
It's
scourge. You
scourge.
said
Okay,
scourge.
I'm sorry. That was stupid.
Skjorgen? Maybe. Well, we'll just do one more. Do me a favor. This is like a walk and talk, so just flatten it out. Yeah, Towson?
No.
Flatten it all. I think flatten it all out a bit. Keep it on the move.
Okay.
And Sam, I think your guy is a little miffed from getting shoved right before in the cutscene that leads into this. So I want to carry some of that.
Shh. Bixby. Shh. Okay, got it.
Are we cool?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's just go right back into one more.
Take his collar off.
Anything for
No, just more of the same. Just overall, everybody can flatten it out a little bit. But
Okay.
No.
Yes, Travis was the best. Here we go again. Boop.
Did Alan say that? I'm sorry, is Alan?
We're rolling.
I didn't-
We're rolling.
Sorry,
I
I
didn't hear the take number.
I'm sorry, I spaced out his take 2.
Real pro.
Enough. The Fel God had their chance. If we're to end this scourge, we do it on our own.
Make hay. Pick up. Pick up. Make hay while the sun. Pick up. Make hay while the sun shines, I suppose, and you have some sort of. Pick up. Make hay while the sun shines, I suppose, and you have some sort of plan.
Liam cuts in on the mic. This is really good, guys. The whole room, the devs, Pierce, everybody is busting up laughing in behind the glass window behind him. Let's just get a fresh one. Sam.
Sorry, I was distracted. I was distracted.
We're off to a great start, guys. Great start. Okay. All right, here we go.
Scourge.
This will be take 3.
Enough. The Fel God had their chance. If we're to end this scourge, we do it on our own.
Make hay while the sun shines, I suppose, and you have some sort of plan.
I say we knock on the Vargoth's door and feed them their broken promises.
Direct. I like it.
Quiet. We're not alone.
That was perfect. That was, and then just as Liam says that, he turns to the guys behind him, and they kind of go back and forth. He takes his finger off. You're in silence for a second.
Okay.
This is going to be 10 minutes.
I hate not seeing
They're
what
rewriting something.
No.
They always rewrite something.
They're recasting something.
Can you hear us?
You can kind of
Can you
tell,
hear us?
but if you pay attention to it.
Can you hear us?
I think they muted it.
Can you hear us?
I could probably do my line a little better.
Okay.
I would say
It was
so.
totally awesome. Let's just try one more thing where I would say that I do want it all flattened out, but just the very first line, just like really explode at Sam on
Just
the first line.
until the exclamation point or the whole line.
Through chance, I would say, just
Okay.
round on him, and then furrowed brow heading in.
Got it.
And just better overall.
Thank you, Travis.
More acting.
Thank
Okay,
you.
everybody's great. Everybody's great. Let's just do one more. We'll have this. What was that cue? Pierce? What was that?
Some feedback or something.
Fuck it. All right, last take. This is take 4.
Enough! The Fel God had their chance. If we're to end this scourge, we do it on our own.
Make hay while the sun shines, I suppose. And you have some sort of plan?
I say we knock on the Vargoth's door and feed them their broken promises.
Direct. I like it.
Quiet. We're not alone.
That was different
feel that
choices.
too?
That was
No,
different
I
choices.
felt like
I
we
made
was-
different
took that
choices.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Okay,
liquid.
I
was cool.
think that's a good option. I think probably hold on,
See, you make them fight amongst
guys.
themselves.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Take
Okay.
one was fine. Take one was
I'm
fine.
serious. You should take the collar off of the dog.
You know, sometimes you got to give them like the really bad.
What did it?
I'm having some weird stomach stuff too. I don't know if they're picking that up, but like.
Take another drink. You sound a little snacky the last take.
While you guys are all yammering, you notice that Liam is kind of gesticulating a little bit more and is really it's lasting a while while he
Oh,
talks to the
jeez.
people.
Maybe a little agitated.
I think they're getting enough.
He does seem. I mean, you've all worked with Liam. You know how like when he turns to the people behind him and he kind of talks and then comes back and gives you a little like
Yeah.
just for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know how he does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So this is the other half of that where he's sort of
Oh, no.
trying to get some point across. Anyway, time is passing.
And we're just sitting here?
Yeah.
Been a hot second.
He
turns around.
Can they hear us?
Just give me 1 minute. We're just trying to figure out shit on our end. Okay. We'll bear with
Okay.
you.
Should we take a...
He's already gone.
Just do one more louder.
continue to
That's
talk.
just usually what they want is one more louder.
You know, Pierce is fucking taking forever with this tea, also. Because
I sent him
forgot I asked
to...
for it.
I sent him to Starbucks.
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't think he owns a car.
No. They have a Starbucks on the lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does he have the golf cart?
Yeah, I think they have little electric golf carts.
Yeah.
Those things are awesome.
So, Laura,
What?
while everybody's talking, you just kind of space out like you're looking at your iPhone for a little bit.
Oh, you're right. You know what? Why?
Say,
what was I
why are we
thinking?
talking to each other?
This
What
is,
is the
this is
process
not
for
what
this?
would happen.
But after like 30 seconds of that, and they have been talking for a long time, you're just sort of spacing out and you stare over at your water bottle next to you there on the little standy thing. And you see, strangely, a little like ripple in the water.
Oh, shit.
And before you can even decide what that means, everyone feels a little under the
Oh my
ground.
god. Was that an earthquake?
No.
I'm
Was
checking.
that
And then the
Checking
entire
Twitter.
room rocks to the side. You guys all
my God.
sway to one side. You see everybody react behind the glass. And out of nowhere, what can only be described as sort of a pulse or force, almost like electromagnetic pulse through your actual brain. You wonder, is this what radiation feels like?
Oh god.
And you feel the sensation is like your thoughts turning 360 around in your head. And you're caught in it, and then you're out. You guys look at each other, and the floor has kind of buckled up, and the ceiling is kind of buckled down, and worse than that, you look through the glass, and there is pandemonium on the other side of it.
We have to get to Charlie!
Liam is floating 2 feet in the air.
What?
What the fuck?
Alien abduction style, floating in space. You can't hear a thing. You can't hear shit. You see everyone around him freaking out, and then suddenly his body rips in half. Not blood and guts. Not blood and guts, but like globules of matter, almost like beads of mercury floating in the air between. And the two halves just sort of hover, and the both halves of Liam's face look horrified and frozen in space. And then the next thing that happens is each of those halves, you see from that gooey miasma coming out of their body, a shriveled arm and leg go,
Okay.
and they drop.
Okay.
And then the back wall behind everyone that you guys have looked at so many times has darkened and starts to look wet and purple and expands and bulges almost like the taut flesh of a caterpillar. And suddenly the wall sucks inward. And you're looking past through, really, Liam's two halves at a dark, winding, I would almost call it a tunnel, except it looks more like intestines curving in and away. And the devs are looking around in horror. By the way, Liam was wearing that yellow shirt of his with the lion, with the glasses.
That's such a good shirt.
Are we in
I'm so
ADR6?
sad.
Can I grab the electric
This is
guitar off the
ADR
stand?
5.
Tiny one.
And that's when you see 4 more Liams.
What?
Liams in yellow shirts with the lion with the glasses crawling up the sides of that purple tunnel, not like a human, but like a little
Well,
Liam
creature.
spiders?
gotta die.
crawling
It's
in.
not okay,
Don't give a
Liam.
fuck.
They're
They
crawling
gotta die.
all over the devs. They're yanking them into that tunnel. The 2 Liam halves that were floating there have dropped to the ground, and both of them, like
Can
demonic
I stealth?
twins,
I want to
I
stealth.
run to the
Can I
sound
drop
door.
You're an
down? I
actor.
want to drop on the ground.
I
Can
run to the
drop on
booth
the
door
ground?
and I bar
I'm
the
gonna
door.
grab the mic and help
Bar
to,
the
to
door?
bar it.
And there's a lock in there. There's a
Well,
lock.
the good news is that the floor buckled up and the ceiling buckled down, so the door is kind of
Jammed shut.
jammed in place. There's also a
Okay.
splinter up through the glass
Can they see
window.
us? Can Liam see us through the window?
Everyone's really busy right now, and the 2 that dropped to the ground turn towards Pierce.
Oh, no,
And Pierce
Pierce.
backs up.
He was back with the Starbucks?
No, Pierce.
No, he just walked in like 30 seconds
Oh,
ago
no.
with a full tray of coffee.
Hot coffee. Pierce, use the coffee. Call
I
him.
hear you. He drops it. He runs back out the door. The 2 that had been floating there drop to the ground and scuttle out the door, up the stairs, out the door after him. They're
God.
gone.
You're loose.
And the devs are gone. And Alan is being dragged, bloody and bitten, back into that passage.
Are his white New Balances covered with gore?
They were.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The lights in the room you're in flicker.
What are we gonna do?
We
The
whip
lights
out
go
our
out.
fucking iPhones and start making
What is
phone
happening?
calls.
What's
I'm
going
yeah,
I'm periscoping all this shit. Good
Do we have
God.
any signal?
You have no signal.
What about Wi-Fi?
Did this happen before?
Wi-Fi. You do have. There is light coming out of them, and there's light coming out of what you think was Liam's Mac. in the room.
Did we sign our contracts?
Okay.
This is the most concise directing we've had.
Okay.
Travis!
What do we do?
Taliesin?
Wait.
Yes.
Go see if anything is out there still.
Don't put Taliesin out there.
Why?
Baby.
We gotta get out of
If
here.
I can get to my car, I think I have a kit for this. But other than that, I'm not really sure what to
It
do.
does not surprise me about you.
We gotta
one
get out of
bit.
here. Wait, are there currently Liam's in the control room?
Is everything empty
No, and in
now?
fact, that intestinal tunnel going back has sort of swelled shut and sealed. It's still dripping.
Okay.
Does it look
Okay.
like a
We can just
what?
run.
Okay, is the rail system for the television broken? Like
The
has
what
it,
system?
Well, you know the giant TV in,
Yeah,
in
there's like a
ADR5 is on a big swinging arm. It is.
No, it's all intact.
So if we can just break the glass, if we just give this thing a big heavy
Can we
push.
try to get the door? I mean, is the door completely?
You can certainly have at it.
You can certainly.
Trademark it.
Trademark it. You can
Certainly
certainly have at it. New shirt. New shirt.
Travis, try to lift the ceiling up, and I'll try to pull the door out.
Oh, Matt, when the cat's
Just
away.
push it. Just push the ceiling boards up some, so I can try to open the door.
All right, I try and push the,
I'm gonna assist.
the ceiling boards.
I'm working on the
I'm
TV.
gonna
I
try,
don't think
I'm
this
gonna
is
try to pull the door
At
open
this
while
point,
he's-
you all can take out the last sheets.
Oh, no.
Oh.
God, what?
What? Oh, it's our players! Oh, shit!
What are the character names?
My character
Laura.
name is Sam.
Mine's is it silent V?
Huh? Yeah.
Trice?
Trice. Trice.
Trice.
Trice.
Okay, this is good.
Okay, so wait.
Tailspin.
Intelligence sucks, you motherfucker.
Oh, I didn't look at our
Strength is
stats.
really good.
These stats are a compliment, man. Dear God.
Hey, I rolled them.
Strength is really
I rolled them.
Did you roll them?
Well, I assigned them where I thought would be helpful for what you're playing.
No, you're.
Okay, yeah,
who
that's
you
true.
are.
Oh
Look
God,
how
I love
strong
you.
are, though. You're so strong, baby.
Yeah.
I couldn't give you 18s and everything, guys.
No, that's true.
So what did you want to do? You wanted to.
We're gonna try and push the ceiling part of the door up the jam, see if we
Yeah,
can release
so I
any
can.
pressure on the
and
door.
then I'm gonna try to pull
Okay.
the door open.
Okay.
Sam's helping me, so we're bringing over the chairs to stand on them to give
All
ourselves
right,
And I'm
well,
pulling the
you
door.
make a strength check with advantage.
Okay, with advantage.
Because I'm helping.
Ooh, baby, first roll.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, that was terrible. 12.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not budging.
Help him, Sam.
I was
Taliesin,
helping, that's
push
what
up
was
on the
the help.
ceiling too. I'm weak. I
Well,
just
you
can do the
guys,
door.
you guys did it together, right? You were pulling.
I was trying to pull the door while he was pushing the ceiling up, so I can't.
Legit, how crumpled does this look? Does this look
It's
look
not
pretty?
the worst.
We can bust through the window.
Yeah.
I'm going to
It's
grab
really
the
thick
TV
glass.
and I'm going to take a running throw.
We're
with the
gonna back
TV.
up.
All right.
Bixby, get over here.
Oh gosh, Bixby.
All right, you make a strength check.
Okay.
Not
Oh
at
boy.
advantage.
I'm using a different die too.
By the way, this is really, really.
That's a good roll.
That is that's 18.
Glass shatters all over Liam's computer.
Good job,
all
Taliesin.
the flares of the
Sam, do you
soundproof
want
feed?
this?
Yeah, it's gone.
This is really
Okay,
good.
It's gone.
Oh, what is
It's
it?
the Valo milk one.
Valo milk?
We
That's
are
right.
in Armageddon. What are
I
you
know,
doing?
but there
We're
was some
trying
chocolate
weird
in the booth
candy,
still.
too.
Trying to keep our sugar
That
crashes.
wall, that moving wall, gives a little.
Oh God.
Out. Wait, should we
I
stealth? Let's stealth out of here.
Quietly.
Yes, we
press
try.
it.
We very quietly try to. Is the door to the studio open to the hallway?
Yeah, it's cracked open.
Yeah, we want to try to be as quiet as possible going past.
Follow.
You know what to do. Make a stealth check, motherfucker.
Oh jeez.
Do I have to roll for Bixby?
Yes.
Oh, this is good.
+2. That's
What?
new.
What? 24.
17.
Ooh.
What?
I know.
24. 20 fucking 4.
13.
Okay.
Never. Had
I got a 5, Bixby got a 3.
Dead.
That's accurate.
Consumed.
All right, so you guys creep up that little set of stairs out of ADR 5, and
Oh man.
Have you really
drew
drawn a
thing.
map?
I'm serious though. Where are they? I thought I had them.
okay. So here's ADR 5. You just smashed the glass right here.
Okay.
And you've come up the stairs, and as you creep up, quiet as you can,
It is the WB Underground.
Bixby farts coming out.
Damn it, Bixby.
You wait, you pause for a second. Nothing happens. You looked, it's dark out here. There is like a flicker of light coming from down in this direction.
My cell phone.
Yeah. Everyone's got cell phone flashlights on? Okay.
Yeah.
You swivel it over here to the left, and this hallway, like tinfoil, is crumpled in.
Impassable?
Go. It's okay. We need to go the other direction.
I'm actually run and duck into the kitchen and see, and just
good
like
call, good
run and duck into the kitchen.
Okay, well,
Trying to
sorry.
get into
So
the
there's a door here. You're passing it. There is, as you come out the door, you all hear like a metallic sound, and it's hard to tell what it is, but something is spilling out of the kitchen, like 6 feet high, spilling out of the kitchen.
We can't see what it is.
The ground. You can if you get closer.
Can we put
all
our
the lights
flashlights
are-
down?
Sure.
Flashing still?
It's beautiful. It's gold. It's coins.
Oh.
And other stuff spilling on a diagonal slant down out of the kitchen into the hallway right in front of that friggin' little sitting area.
That
It's
is
a
not
pile
what it-
of stuff.
That is not what
No,
it looks like.
I
no,
don't trust that
no.
at all.
What do you mean, no? The gold?
It's
Maybe they-
why would they put it here? This is the worst
there's
place
no-
to
this
put
is
money.
Who gives a shit?
Maybe
This
there's
is
audio
obvious,
department.
right?
Maybe there's a vault down here.
No.
There's a lot of old vaults
I
down
am
here.
not. Just
While
trying
you
to get
guys are
outside.
arguing,
Let the dog touch it.
while you guys are arguing, a gigantic red, like a gigantic alligator's claw, I guess, comes down along that slant and rakes in as much of it as it can and pulls
Oh
gold.
my God.
And as it does so, a little goblet spills out. You see a sword spill out on the ground.
Shh. Go get it.
There's a mess of stuff in there, and maybe a third less gold there now.
Are there any other weapons?
Just to protect us, I'm gonna go get the sword.
Well, you can't go over there. What if that thing grabs
Just
you?
walk around to the other side.
See if we
to
have
get out
anything.
that
I'm gonna
hallway
go through my
anyway.
bag and see if I have anything. I don't know. Let's.
That's the hallway we gotta go.
Should we create a diversion?
I don't think
Oh,
I don't think it
jeez.
knows where
Just
to
go.
Can I kill the dog with the sword?
No.
No.
Go. Go.
Grab the
go.
sword and
Grab
let's
the sword
run
and
out.
run.
I'm gonna go and try and grab the sword and come back to them
No.
real fast.
No. Go
Okay,
past
as you
it.
do so, you see a sword. You also see a dagger. You also see the edge of a bow poking out of it. You also see a silverish colored looking stick, a
I
rod.
just grab all of them and run back to them.
You
with
grab
all
a bunch
these
of
things.
stuff?
I got a dagger.
Make a
bow.
dexterity check.
So you don't cut yourself with all the weapons?
8. You do manage to slice into your hand on something. You're holding a hand armful of sharp stuff, but you come and you dump it out. When a sword, a maniac sword. It's gigantic. A couple daggers fall to the ground as well. You had a bow hanging over your neck, and there's a weird silver-colored rod there that has sort of like tentacles etched into it in a spiral down around it.
It's a caduceus. I know what this is. This is a thing.
what?
It's like this the snaky thing. Hold on. This might. I'm gonna grab that.
Is
and
that
take
a
look
word
at
for
it.
You gonna
bomb?
take that sword?
Yeah, unless there are any objections, I would like
Just
the
the snake
What do
down
you
around
want?
it. Just the snake wrapped
I'm
around
fine
it.
with
We have
the-
a bow.
fancy way of
a
saying
bow
I'm
and
good
a
with
dagger.
daggers. Huh? I'm good with the daggers, I guess.
Giant red hand comes down and goes,
Oh,
Oh God, against the wall.
claws in. Now there's half of that left,
Oh my
give
god.
or take.
Okay, I'll take the bow. Are there any
Can you
arrows?
shoot?
Not here in this pile, but you do see a quiver like something out of the goddamn Lion Witch in the Wardrobe poking out of that pile of gold.
Okay, look.
Let's all run past it.
We gotta get
grab
you
it
some
on the
arrows.
way through and get down the hallway.
Wait. A handful of gold when we run by.
No,
It's the end of the
no
world.
gold.
We
I'm
gotta
gonna
be a little
run
smarter.
quickly into the men's bathroom. That's right behind that little
it's-
hallway.
Okay, can I ask a question though? Did you pick up that rod?
Oh, I did pick up that.
The moment you do, you feel a headache
Taliesin, are you okay?
spring out the side of your head.
No. Ah.
It's migraine-esque in level,
Oh shit. If you're changing, let me know. I'll just cut you open now.
and you feel like you had a quick acid trip. Bad trip.
Split apart like Liam did.
Oh, that's it. I'm holding the tip of the sword towards Taliesin.
I hide behind Travis.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Okay.
And try and find some fucking Advil underneath
Oh,
the
yeah,
goddamn.
she is
I'm
big.
going for the.
You're
for
going to the bathroom.
for
Okay.
Find first aid and
You
pills.
storm in. There's no lights in here other than the phone you're holding, right? Okay, you start searching around.
Yeah,
Make
going under
an
the sink.
investigation check.
Okay.
I think he doesn't handle the apocalypse well.
20. No, 21.
There is one of those giant bulk Costco-sized jars of Advil.
I pour my pockets filled with them and take 4.
Okay. Still have a headache at the moment, but you're not
That's it?
splitting in half. Okay.
800 milligrams?
I get nervous, man.
What was that? Oh, I'm not there.
Can I go knock on the door? Taliesin, if you're cool, we gotta go. Otherwise,
No, I open the door and I'm like, I'm taking some of these in case. And
How are we gonna get past the big claw thing?
We are gonna
Run
go.
around it. We run it.
What if it grabs one of us?
You see the size of it? It won't
Run really
notice.
fucking fast. Seriously though, did that look like the Thordak? I mean, did it look like Thordak to you? That's how I imagined Thordak looking.
I hadn't really thought about
There are
it.
no such thing as dragons. Okay?
You see the snout of something shove into the hallway, just barely. Giant nostrils.
We have to get the fuck out.
Worst case scenario, we feed it the dog if it,
It
tries
pulls
to go
out.
for us.
Fine.
Good.
It's gone.
Run!
now we gotta
go,
run,
go,
run.
Grab the
We're
quivers.
gonna go. We're gonna go.
You
As
through
we
here.
dart past, I snake down and grab a couple coins.
Make a dexterity. Oh, coins?
Yeah.
And are you grabbing?
I'm grabbing
You
the
said they're
quiver.
gold coins,
Both
right?
of you make a dexterity check.
I'm running for my life.
I got a 5.
Jesus, Travis.
6.
You're both good. That's all. You need it. It's sitting out on the floor. You're running like fucks.
I will sell you and be rich in the
Or wouldn't have done it.
post-apocalyptic world.
All right, so you sprint past here. You see this door is open. Nothing. What's that music, man? It's just darkened room. You do see some brownies on the table as you run by. You come around the corner, and you know how I told you there was some light before? This door is slightly ajar, and there is like a pale goldish colored light coming out of it. This door is open as well.
Can I creep up and peek in the door with the light coming out?
You want to peek in? Okay.
I just want to make sure that there's nothing.
Okay. You creep up.
I'll turn off my cell phone light.
I think it's the server room there with all those machines
Oh,
in
so
it.
that's where the light's coming from.
No.
What do you see?
You just see a pale glow basking over all of these terminals in this room, and you hear a voice, faint. You know it. It's Ashley's voice. You hear, find me waiting cafeteria.
Ashley's here.
The room goes dark.
What did she say? What did she say?
Is our cinnamon
What did I
roll there?
hear?
What
Heard
was that?
find,
Find me.
waiting.
Cafeteria? I think Ashley's here.
She's not working on this game.
Go get her.
I don't remember where the cafeteria is.
Something else. What if she's? How could she be here? How could I have heard her voice coming from the server room?
Maybe they were editing something from a previous
That's
game.
it. Yeah, this is where they do blind spot post.
You hear a loud crunching sound, not a growl, as you guys are at the corner. You guys are here, and you look over your shoulder, and you see this end of the tunnel go.
Upstairs. Go. We run up the
We
stairs.
run towards
You
the
run up
light.
stairs, you run towards the light. Oh, well, this was the light. It's gone. Now you're just iPhones. As you run past this open door, nonsensically you look and you hear an and there is a porthole of a boat scraping by the door and water sloshing in the
What
door.
is happening?
You see an IC pass by. Cold water spills around your feet. Icy cold water.
Just in the room.
It keep against the door. You're seeing this go by the door
What is
on the
Seriously though, you
inside.
guys, what the hell is happening?
this? Is hell.
Hey,
The hall behind you.
Let's go.
we're going upstairs. If I open the door, will it flood the hallway?
I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
open the door to go up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then you can
Up to
open
the
the
lobby,
door
you
and then
mean?
we run.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay. All right, you guys bolt up the lobby.
Yeah.
And I open
It's
that
not
door.
dark in the lobby. There's sunlight. You run up to that. You go up and around, and you turn left, and you see that glass door that we've gone through 1,000 times. You
Out
get
to the parking lot. Out to the parking lot.
You want to go out there?
Yes.
Okay, you get out there. Taliesin grabs the door. You feel your thoughts twisting around in your head again. You feel that feeling of, you can only imagine high-powered radiation, something.
Jeez, Taliesin, go, get away from the door. Get
You
away from the door.
can't move. Nobody can move. You're
we're all-
frozen
All of us?
in place. The moment his hand touches the door, you're standing on the steps and you're looking at the parking lot, sort of. The door in your hand is rusted and old, and you're looking at the 5-story tall form of a gray, green, legged, squid-like monstrosity. Everyone roll a d20.
For what? What are we rolling?
15.
Oh no.
What'd you get?
Advantage.
No.
5.
19.
8.
All of you, except for Taliesin, is frozen in terror at the mind-numbing presence of what can only be a harbinger of the end of the world. You think it is massive, it could crush you if it sneezed on you.
Has it noticed us?
Yes, it has.
I'm going to just gently start pulling people back towards the door
Its
very
head
slowly.
brays at the sky, and a groan comes out of it like the sound of a whale magnified for 10,000 miles. If anyone is still alive in Calabasas, they are hearing an all-terrifying groan as it looks down at you. The pulse in your head goes. The Advil is not working.
Nope.
And you see it flex 5 stories. This thing is coming out of what used to be Olive Avenue. There is a massive chasm outside of the Warner Brothers lot, and this thing looks as if it were a Chinese dragon. It looks like it is continuing down into that crevice and coming up to here, and it is looking at you and flexing. And you see all over its body little ridges, little nubs start to bulge and protrude, almost like little blackheads pushing out.
What the hell?
And then you all feel that same pulse moving through your head as you're frozen in place, and Taliesin just agog. One of them goes, fires out like a little missile and starts to fall, and the beast is gone, and you're looking at a different sight. The building that it had crushed is there again, but covered in vegetation. Everything is covered in centuries of vegetation. There is a massive pond here in the parking lot, and you watch, dumbstruck, the fear releasing as a thing goes
Oh, my car.
splashes into the pond. You look out to the left at the gate, and there is still a giant chasm where Olive used to be. The nearest land you can see is by the gas station, or what was the gas station,
Car
3
wash?
blocks away. Yeah. The tower, you can kind of see one leg sticking up out of the foliage. You are in dense.
Are we still frozen in fear?
It's just released. And there's a thing in the water going.
I don't think we should try to go outside anymore, guys.
I think we're outside.
We're outside and we have to get to
We're straight up outside.
There's no ceiling over you anymore. There's no second floor on the building. All that's left is one of the doors, part of a wall. You're basically outdoors.
Okay. We traveled time somehow.
I'm freaking out.
I'm gonna take 2 more Advil.
Give me some
Gonna
Advil.
OD on Advil.
I'm gonna offer them around.
Yeah, I just do like a mouthful, like maybe like 7 of
I
them.
take
Thanks.
3.
Is there a golf cart covered in vegetation? Is there like any remnants of a golf cart?
anything that we
Or
can
cars.
use to get around?
Cars make noise.
Where you're standing, you have no idea.
Sam?
All you see is green. The only thing
That thing
you
in the
see
water.
that isn't green right now is part of the door next to you, and part of the water tower. One of its legs is sticking up like a bony finger.
I wonder if we
you
can
any
climb
good?
the water tower legs to see around.
It's a summer camp?
You did archery at summer camp?
Yeah.
How many arrows do you have?
How many arrows do I have?
Want to count them?
Yeah.
There are exactly 25 arrows.
Oh, there's 25 arrows.
See if you remember any of that stuff and take a shot at that horrible looking thing that's
Don't-
coming through the water.
I don't think one arrow that is poorly shot is gonna kill
Hey,
whatever that
hey,
thing is.
you heard.
Poorly
Sorry, but
shot.
camp, come on.
He could be amazing. This could be Legolas we're talking about.
I'm pretty bad.
We can take turns. If he's terrible, we can just take turns. Yeah.
If he misses, we throw him in the water.
I feel
Throw the dog in the water. God.
no,
I
we're
can't
not
kill the
throwing
dog. I told my friend I
Take a
would.
shot. Take a shot.
Is dead
Take a shot at it. Take a shot at it.
I hide
I will not
behind
take a
whatever
shot
I
at it.
can if he's gonna shoot at
I
it.
will knock an arrow and be ready, but I will not provoke something that
I think
isn't
we should
threatening
just
us.
quietly.
Let's head towards the valet. We head towards the valet. We
wanna-
see if there's a golf
I want to
cart.
quietly walk out and see if I can climb the leg sticking up so I can see
The
around what's
leg
going
is, I mean, you know where you are, right? You're outside the building of ADR 5. The leg is
Away.
like 50
on.
yards.
Not that far.
Yeah,
50 yards?
50 yards.
Really? It doesn't go that far.
It's a block.
Yeah, it's
So
a
there's
block.
a building, there's a
block.
street,
It's
and
a
then
short
there's
city block.
All right.
You can stealth over there. Y'all can.
I'm
Of
gonna-
course, one person.
Gently stealth towards the. I say we gently stealth
perma-stealthing.
towards
Yeah,
towards the
perma
towards the
stealth.
valet.
We've all
Walking
kicked
as
our
quietly
In a
as
new,
we fucking
you're in
can.
a new time or dimension. You're making a new stealth check at this point.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
Rolled so well last
Yo, God, I'm killing it.
Yet. I'm really scared from that giant
for
thing we
Bixby.
saw.
Okay, I'm holding Bixby.
Oh, you are holding Bixby?
Yeah, I've been holding.
All right,
He's a little
so
pug.
you roll.
I rolled a 19 for me and a 3 for Bixby.
He's just gassy, man.
Kill him.
I was going to say roll a disadvantage, so we'll call that the roll for you both. But everyone else get
10.
11.
20.
20.
I'm using a new die. I don't even know what's happening.
Okay, all right. Well, you start slurping through the mud and
like
the water
marsh.
here. And
What does it
We
mean?
were we dressed
I'm proficient
appropriately
in
for
stealth.
this?
Does that mean anything? I don't know what that.
If it's
There's a little
marsh,
dot.
I wear clogs for God's sake. My shoes are useless. This is gonna be awful.
I'm in
Bixby is
sandals.
just as scared as the
was
rest of you
hot.
and doesn't have the senses you all do, so of course, he lets a little "Roo,"
Oh no.
Dog.
and you hear
Can we take off running? I run. I start running.
roll for initiative.
Oh, I don't want to fight it. Oh no.
Natural 20.
Fuck my
Hold
life.
on to that thought for a minute, okay?
That's okay. There's
Oh
there's.
gosh.
This wasn't the thing you had prepared. He's rolling with us tonight.
Oh man.
A whole map, and we just blew right past it.
Here's the tower leg.
It's all muck around us. Do we have little figures?
You sure do. No one makes Travis and Laura and Taliesin and Sam miniatures, so this is Travis.
Yeah.
Half orc. This is Sam as a ranger. Here is a nice goth warlock
Oh,
for Taliesin.
so goth.
But the best one really is, and I thought this when I got it. Oh, where the hell is it? Is a miniature that looks like fucking Laura Bailey, but it's missing. Oh shit, where is she? There she is. I don't know if you.
You sent me a picture of it.
So it's just Laura. So here she is. She was doing the
We're out in
best.
front.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Laura, you know how beasts work.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I can command the beast.
I am really good
Using-
with the animals. I just want to say.
Okay, here we go. So 20 to 25.
20.
20. Okay.
Natural 20.
I just get to write down Travis and write 20 next to
Plus
it.
thing.
15 to 20.
17.
17.
Nice.
Okay. 10 to 15.
10. Oh no, towel.
Okay.
5.
That's low for you, Taliesin. Have you ever rolled below a 10?
Oh, wow.
I'm not. Percy is not capable of
Laura,
rolling below.
how
a
does
10.
this work? Can I command the beast? Is that an action to command the
What are you
beast?
talking about? You can't command. Can you command beasts,
To
Sam?
quote Mercer,
I'm
you
a
don't know.
I'm a beastmaster ranger with a dog.
I think you can
Travis,
command.
Pretty
there
sure
is
you
a
can do whatever
spawn
you can
of
do
fucking
here.
hell.
No, but does that take an
slithering
action,
to the
or is that
pond
just
toward
a?
you right now, and you're up
Let's try
with
it.
a
To command
gigantic sword
Bixby?
in your hands. What do you
Yes.
want to do?
Yeah. How do
I
you do
noticed-
trinket?
I noticed in my
Oh yeah,
equipment.
Take an
it takes
action.
you
Less crosstalk. Less crosstalk.
I noticed that I have a full gym bag in my equipment.
You do have a full gym bag. That's right.
As I would have.
I don't know. Did you grab it on the way out? You can say yes.
Oh yeah,
I totally
I grabbed
did.
my
Sure.
bag.
Over your shoulder. There's probably something useful in there.
Shit.
There was a Nike
When we were
clearance
in the recording studio, I should have had advantage on everything because my favorite terrain is recording studios. But I didn't take it.
sale. I would like to. My movement speed is 35. I would like to draw its attention away from my beautiful bride and swing out to the right
Okay.
I never knew you cared. Man.
And try and move out to a flank so that I spread out its focus and make it.
Okay,
pick
it's
one.
really difficult terrain, so you're going at half speed here. So you
shit,
can go
okay.
1, 2, 3 from here.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll move in front of my wife. How about that?
Here, you want to be here?
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks,
You
baby.
just want to hold? You want to hold your action?
And from there,
Throw some gym equipment at it.
I only have a sword. I can't do anything.
Don't you have like a dumbbell or something in your gym?
I don't
Don't
care.
you keep
Nobody
dumbbells
carries dumbbells around.
in gym bags?
I take out a packet of protein powder and I throw it at the.
Protein powder style.
Yeah, but I tear
wait,
like a grenade. I
Wait.
tear the lid off and then
it's a Cliff Bar.
And then no, those are good. And then I throw it like a. So that
Okay.
hoping to blind the
Okay,
beast.
make a roll to attack.
Okay. Eat. Building amino acids. 15. 21.
21. It lands right in front of it and it hits it on the lower. I mean, it's like a big tentacled face, and there's a little kind of like a second mouth on the inside, all little beaky claws
The
on the
protein
inside.
powder gunk up its tentacles.
It poofs in its face, and it does the equivalent of an.
I think I made it stronger.
Sam, you're up.
So wait, the beast knows we're there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very much
And
so,
is
yeah.
eating protein right now.
yeah.
It's inhaling.
Could be choking on it. You don't know.
Okay, I'm going to. Wait, is that a pool? Are we standing in a pool at the edge of a
This
pool?
is like a 2-foot deep pond, like feeded pond in a swamp.
Okay. I'm gonna set Bixby down
Yeah.
and tell him to protect Laura.
Oh, thanks.
Well, she's a dainty girl.
Right.
Not at all. No, I just set the thing down and I take my bow and arrow and I'm going to attempt to shoot the beast.
All right, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Come on, baby.
I don't know what I add to it.
You add.
I've got it written on your sheet.
Well, is
You add that.
this +4 for the bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, +4 to hit.
Okay, so that's a
2 to
12.
That's your total. The arrow whiffs past and sinks into the water behind
Ah,
it.
shit. Use another.
good
Oh, do you
war-
get another arrow?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
a
right,
level
we're
1
level one.
ranger.
Suck.
Okay, Laura, you're up. Laura Bailey.
Wait, as
In the
my
apocalypse.
movement, I get movement
Yeah,
still,
sure
don't
you
I?
do. I'm new at this, Sam.
I'm gonna use my movement to run behind Taliesin.
Okay, cool. And you're not slowed down because you're on land, so you're okay. Got it?
Good. We're all lined up. This is smart.
Okay, Laura, you're up.
Well, can I throw a dagger?
Sure.
But I'll lose it. I don't have a belt of fraternity.
What is that?
Oh.
You might be able to fish it out of there.
Does it look like the water's very deep?
About a foot and a half, maybe?
What should I do? Should I try to trunk the? I'm gonna
Do
try to.
something where I'm gonna pass you by.
No. Okay. I'm gonna throw
Okay.
the dagger, one of my daggers,
Okay.
at. Is that stupid?
Just do it.
I'm gonna do
I'll
it.
say that there were 3 in that pile that he
I
cut
have
his
3
hand.
daggers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
Dagger,
take one of them. Dagger, dagger, dagger. I'm gonna dagger.
Okay, great. That's all you can
And
do.
I'm
so
hiding
roll-
behind Travis.
Are you gonna throw it
Am
like
I
you did at
hidden?
the Ren Fair?
Am I hidden?
I will say that you
No,
are.
it's just going to be a pummel hitting it really hard in the head.
Say that you are. I will say that it is momentarily blinded by protein powder.
Protein powder? 20.
20 hits.
Okay. What do I roll for my?
It's written on your sheet, and you get sneak attack damage.
But what is the dagger damage?
1d4.
Okay.
Plus any damage bonus you have. I wrote it here in case you guys. So +3 on the damage.
Oh, 5.
So did you roll
Total.
sneak attack too?
I did. It was a
Wow.
1. I know.
+3 +1? Is that what you got?
I rolled ones on both.
All right.
my
Well, the knife
dice.
sinks into. It has 8 eyes, all in a circle around the
eyeballs?
mouth, and it slices right into one of its eyes, which just goes poof, and a little bit of mucusy pus.
And then I hide behind
flies
Travis
out.
again.
Okay. Taliesin,
Yeah.
Get it?
your headache seeing this thing throbs harder than ever it did before, and you start to see through a haze of black, almost like a veil's been held over your eyes, and you look down and you see almost like the outlines of black tentacles on your own hands.
Can we see that? What the fuck, Taliesin?
I'm going to
Anime porn.
try and hentai this thing. I'm gonna do my best to concentrate at it and see if something happens.
Okay, you want to give it your all?
No.
Why not?
I want to just. This feels weird, and I feel
All right.
stupid.
Okay, make a.
Yeah.
Have talent like
roll
tentacles
to
coming
attack.
out of it?
Roll to attack.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I add to my? Well, it's been a while. We'll find out. What do I add to my attack? Roll to attack.
It's on your spell sheet.
Spell save attack bonus. So that's 14.
There's a plus,
5 plus 1.
so you take that plus.
Oh, so just the plus one?
No, you take whatever the number is there plus the plus 1.
So plus 6.
Plus 6.
Oh, okay, so 14.
This black tentacle lashes out. You guys all see
From
that
him?
shit. You guys
From
all
him?
see it come out of his hand, splashes in the water right next to it, and it goes, and it kind of cowers.
The thing we're fighting, coward?
It cowered.
Taliesin,
And
grab my
it
dagger.
looks to the, and then it's looking past Travis to see you. It then, in anger, goes, and flies through the water right at you.
Oh, jeez.
What's your AC?
Who? Travis?
Travis.
12.
12. Yeah, that hits. So, the thing's tentacles go, and it latches onto your chest. Take 1 point of damage.
That's a lot for me.
And then, as this thing's facial tentacles wrap around your chest, it then pulls itself in, and you see the round mouth of teeth.
No!
Going for a second strike, clamp on your nipple,
No,
and
no!
sink in super sharp
Kill me!
for 2 more points.
Baby, no!
2 more points, so a total of 3.
2 more points!
Oh my god.
We don't have a lot of help!
You saw aliens? Kill me!
Travis, you're up.
I'm up.
You're grappled.
I take the berserker sword and I take it with both hands and I start trying to like shave the cheese off of my chest.
I'll call that an attack. Sure, roll to
One
hit.
big swipe. Ah!
Do it.
Natural 20!
This game never gets old.
What's the damage die for a maniac sword?
Maniac sword is 2d6.
2d6.
Whoa.
2d6 times 2.
Times 2, correct.
7, 15 times 2 is 30.
30?
30?
Yeah.
What?
What did you roll
So I
initially?
did a 4, and the damage type is +4 for the.
You don't double.
double the
Don't double.
dice.
You just double the
Sorry.
dice, not the damage.
So it was
modifier.
7 plus 4, 11 times 2, 22.
What did you roll on the dice alone?
You double your dice rolls.
Just tell me what you rolled on the dice.
4 and a 3.
So
4 and a
it's
3 is 7.
14.
So 14
plus.
plus the modifier.
18.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
pretty good. I would have killed
My
any of us.
intelligence is still super low.
The sword cuts down through its face, down through its body. You peel off a piece of bacon from this thing, and it shrivels up, it shrieks, and right in your face. Falls down onto the ground, right at your feet.
Is it dead? Is it dead?
It's still kind of juking around a little bit. Sam, you're up.
Okay. I say, Bixby, go retrieve my arrow that I shot over there. And then I will knock another one. Am I too close to it to attack this?
Bixby appears under the surface of the water. Well, you don't have a good line of sight, but
Okay, well then I'm gonna step out from around Taliesin.
one step, sure.
So I got a good shot. Am I in danger of hitting Travis?
No, not unless you roll a 1.
Okay, so I will fire again.
Roll to attack.
Okay. What do I add? +4.
Yeah.
20.
Okay, you've only fired bows at Ren Fair, but fuck it. The arrow strikes it into another eye. Goes.
Yeah. I look at Laura. I'm like, see,
Oh my
I'm
God.
good. I'm good.
Oh my god!
Did you kill it?
Is it dead?
It's not moving.
I run up and I grab my dagger out of it.
Wait.
Out of
Are-
it.
you run up
Right.
to it?
Yeah, it is in its eye. That's
Yeah.
right. Bixby's splashing in the water. Going,
Is he drowning?
I don't know.
Go get Bixby!
Wait.
There's a pug. They don't swim well.
Okay.
Their faces are
Yes,
all
I will
squished.
use my movement to go retrieve Bixby.
Okay. All right, you splash into the water. You wade in. He was drowning.
Oh God.
You pull him up, and he kind of splutters. You hold him upside down and shake him a little
You
bit.
have my
Why
arrow.
would you tell him to go get the arrow
I'm a beast master. I have command beasts.
You notice,
Never knew you
Taliesin,
had this ability.
that rod you were holding with the etched tentacles in it, when you hold it, this arm, that black aura grows larger than in the other hand.
Taliesin, you have a tentacle hand.
Wait. I'm gonna try something. I'm going to try to fire something with the not tentacle hand at the dead creature. I'm just gonna try and
Dead. We
prod
know
it.
this, right?
No, he's not moving. It doesn't mean dead. So I'm gonna try and.
Yeah, black tentacles. They're not solid. You can see through it, but it swirls in a spiral and then lashes into it, picks it up and squeezes, and you see a couple more eyes go.
That is
Lands on the
phenomenal.
ground.
What is that move?
Why didn't
Where
you
did
do
you
that
learn
earlier?
that?
She was moving earlier. This is weird.
Is this helping your headache at all?
Your headache is a little. It's not gone, but it's better.
Feeling better.
Oh my gosh, this is really freaking weird.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
You have all your knives.
I've got my daggers, I've got my backpack. Let's get out of here.
Do we see any
got
golf
a
carts
clip
or are
bar.
cars left?
Make an investigation check.
Right.
Can I look for our Jeep?
Yeah.
Please
I'm
do.
gonna look for our cars too.
14.
Oh, I drove here separately. 20.
20.
8.
You guys look through the vegetation. You take like 15 minutes to dig through here, and I mean, there's other sections where there's more fetid water, and there's bugs that are biting, and it smells like ass in a lot of places. You do find a car. The wheels are pudding. The windows are gone. It is smashed all to hell, and there's vines and leaves, ivy growing all in it and around it.
Is it a blue Prius?
Is it a blue Scion or the remnants of a blue Scion?
Everything is brown underneath plant life.
I had like
And
6 extra arrows in
you've
my
got
car.
up to the point where everybody parks when you are visiting for VO, and you're at the base, and you can see sticking out like the contours of the water tower are there, but it's totally covered over. You can see the street that goes past that leads into the fake pretend town.
Yeah.
And you can see just the only reason you know it is because you've been here so many times. You recognize the contours of this canyon swooping around, but you do see like one piece of what looks like, like a stoop in a Brooklyn building, nonsensically out of this tropical setting.
Can we climb it? I'm gonna try to.
Wait.
We gotta go find Ashley.
Let's go find Ashley.
in the cafeteria.
Well, let's take advantage. Let's take a look from a
I
vantage
just
point.
want
The
to see. I
tower's
want to
right
climb
here.
it. I want
But the
to.
tower is only one leg. We can't climb one leg of a tower.
No, it's the fake Brooklyn
I mean,
building.
if the ladder's still intact.
I just want to try
What do
to
you want to
climb.
climb?
Whatever is sturdy.
I don't know what's sturdy.
What looks the sturdiest?
I mean, the
You can certainly
Fake
have a
town?
go. Was that it?
you can certainly have at it.
have at it.
Fake Town is like a canyon covered in green. The tower is a hump. So, I mean, there are plenty of vines on it. You could give it a try trying to climb
Let's
up
just
the
try and
vines.
get up like 2
I'm gonna
stories
try to
in this.
climb.
Okay,
I'm pretty
okay,
good
well-
at climbing.
It's less scary than the absolute straight up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb the thing that
All right,
seems
make
more.
an athletics check.
We'll keep watching the ground.
Yeah,
I like that
we're
I
good.
really put my backpack on. Like I feel like we're on a mission right now. Oh no! What is it? Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh no! It's a 7.
Okay, it's really tough. I mean,
Travis, push my butt so I can get up
Why
higher.
don't I climb up?
Because it's gonna break. You're too big.
You are pretty big.
You're huge.
part of the problem is that like a lot of the vines breaking away in your hand, so it's like you can't get
See?
a firm grip on it.
It looks a little dangerous. I don't know if you should go up there.
Wait. Maybe if we tried to cut through the vines and get into the door, they have those awful little stairs inside these buildings anyway. We could maybe just climb up inside.
Use your
the
sword.
stairs
Use the sword.
Use the sword.
On the door.
on the vines to get to the door.
Yeah, I
On
bushwhack.
the side of Fake Town, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everybody gonna follow?
Yeah.
Well, make a. Oh geez, make a survival check.
All right.
Oh no!
10, 11, 12.
There's a fucking door under there.
There's a door under there.
Good, get
Coming
in.
away.
Go.
Yeah.
Open it.
I'm gonna tell Bixby.
Yeah.
Hey Bixby. Hey buddy. Can you just kind of watch our back, and if anything comes, bark. I think he understood me. I think he understood me.
There's a
You're
door.
greatly
Should we-
overestimating that dog's
Stay.
intelligence.
Just stay and watch.
Because it climbs up the fake back.
Can I try the door?
Oh yeah, it pushes in. In fact, it disintegrates as you push through.
Okay, they're termites.
You're in. It's really mushy. There's much less vegetation in here, although it has crept its way in here. And you do see like wooden stairs. You know, obviously not a Brooklyn building because it was all fake when they made this. Whenever they made it, but there is wooden stairs going up if you want.
Do we go up?
Yeah, let's go up and look.
You're light. We stay down here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let her go up there by herself.
Oh, it's okay. I'm small. Be quiet. I'm gonna try to be as quiet as possible and climb the stairs and see.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Take your phone and text us.
I will. Our phones don't work, stupid.
Well, maybe text still works.
Text doesn't work.
What is that? What does that add to?
22.
22.
Okay, now make an acrobatics check.
Oh, come on. 15.
And now an animal handling check.
You make your way in. You guys can't hear her after she rounds a corner. And you see, as you gently put your toes down in different places, by the way, your phone is dead.
Oh no, it already died?
It's gone.
That's what you get to look at Twitter your whole session.
I was.
You see, you're gingerly placing your feet down, and you're seeing parts where the wood just gives way, but you're finding a few places that are firm. And you do carefully. It's a little jittery, but you get up to the second floor of this fake building. There is a window you can see. It is entirely dusted over on the other side, and you can see all this leaves and stuff on the other side of
The
it.
leaves.
We gotta open the window.
I open the window.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh, come on. Yeah. 14.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Slides right up. Part of it comes off in your hand as mush and pudding. You throw it down. There is a veil of plants. You just, you spend a minute pulling it aside. You are looking down around, so we went up to the bend, we'll say, and on the corner you're now looking down to where you once knew outdoor tables and the bathrooms and the commissary, the cafeteria. You can kind of make out, I mean, just because of your memory, you know the distance. No, you don't see
Do
Ashley.
I see the Starbucks?
No. You see trees. You
Well,
see...
do I see anything moving?
You see a seam in the sky go...
The
and
sky?
like a wound above, yellow viscous fluid comes and pours and pours and
Out of the
keeps
sky?
pouring out of the sky,
Splashes the bed that eats
splashes down into this canyon and starts spreading in both directions, towards where the commissary used to be, towards where the tower was. It doesn't look like water, it doesn't look like snot, it's somewhere in between. It's Vegemite.
Are we gonna get
We're going
drowned?
up. We're going up
Wait,
because
but
this stuff's all
you
over.
can't see. You can't see.
We don't know this is happening yet.
Guys!
The rift goes. It's gone. There's
guys!
just blue sky.
Guys!
What?
I run down, I run down.
What?
Can I go back down?
Sure.
There's ooze coming out of the sky and filling up, like yellow gunk filling up out of the
What do
sky.
you? Where? What are we?
The sky opened up and then the stuff fell out.
And what do you want us to do?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look outside and.
Are we gonna
didn't
get
see
buried in
anything.
ooze?
I didn't see anything moving. I did see. Is it coming towards us? Was it just filling
Are you
the
looking out the
canyon?
door now?
I'm looking out the door now.
Come on.
There is a friggin' foot deep of yellow.
Oh, good
pus.
God.
It came
just
out of the freaking
everywhere.
sky.
Bixby!
It's
Not moving
not
anymore.
like
Bixby,
rain.
come! Bixby, come!
He does come. He is coated.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
How's
boy.
he doing?
He's losing his hair.
I can clean it off.
Hey,
I get some Kleenex out of
he's
my
kind of
purse
balding
and
a little bit though.
God.
I get some Kleenex out of my purse and I try to get it off of
I
her.
have nothing of
You
value
wipe it
in my
away.
bag.
Hair comes away as you wipe.
Okay, so the
kidding me?
street,
Okay,
not so much of an
Nair.
option.
It's made of Nair.
Yeah.
It's made of Nair.
So
Should
maybe
we go up? Can we go across the rooftops? Did you see?
Exactly.
That's a terrible idea.
That's
Did
a great
you
idea.
see?
I didn't see anything.
A way,
moving,
a
but
path?
I
You
saw.
may indubitably give it your best effort.
I'm gonna
You
try.
can certainly.
Can I lead them? I lead them up the stair path that I found.
Okay, yeah, you're able to do that. Everyone is able to follow you. Show them where not to step and where
Don't
to
step here. Don't step in that spot.
I
'cause it
stepped
looks
there
really-
anyway.
Travis, roll a d20.
I stepped there. 9.
You're okay.
My heavy
Right.
ass.
High bar to cross. Just wanted you to sweat because it's fun. You make it up. You do find all of these buildings are connected on the inside because it was all bullshit. It was all magic.
So we can just walk across the rooftops, possibly?
It'll take some doing, but probably.
Let's do that.
Towards the cafeteria.
Towards the commissary.
Wait, from our vantage point, does it look like Warner Brothers Studios is the epicenter of this, or is it? Can we see parts
Everywhere.
of Burbank and Television City?
You look out. You don't see buildings.
It's just. But does it seem to be originating from here, or from? It's just everywhere.
As far as you can see, you see green.
Oh,
As far as you can see.
It's The Last of Us, dude. It's all over. I think we should just eat Taliesin and move on.
I think if it's The Last of Us, we need Ashley Johnson, and then we can make a decision.
That's right. And
good call.
we heard her voice say in the cafeteria.
Let's go to the
That's what we're going
cafeteria.
to
It's not just about me not wanting to submit to cannibalism.
Let's go
It's
through
just,
the building.
do
Let's
this.
use the building to get towards the cafeteria.
Okay, and
Thanks. Good idea, Travis.
God, he really is dumb.
Mowage.
you
Wings
should
up together.
go first.
All right.
Okay.
I'll start going across the rooftops or whatever the.
I follow.
Speed, by the way.
I'm holding
You're holding
him.
him. Okay.
Is he melting yet?
I
No,
wiped
it
all
was
the
just,
stuff off
I mean,
of
as
him.
best you can tell, he's half bald. He's got patches of hair, patches of not.
Why are we carrying the dog?
I promised my friend that I would take care of him this weekend.
He's alive.
I'm pretty sure your friend's dead.
To
A
quote,
promise made is a promise kept, Travis.
to quote Matthew Mercer, in the interest of time,
Sake of brevity.
you make your way through the upper floors of Fake Town. You do get close. I think there's a building that's not one of these things before.
Okay.
I think there's a full-on restaurant.
As
Yeah,
we
yeah,
Yeah.
as we go, as I just turn to Travis and say, "Hey, man, listen, just level with me. This was a single scale session for me. Are you getting double scale?
Single, really?
Yeah. Are they
Yeah.
paying you more than me?
You know, I don't ever really look at those.
Come on,
things.
just level with me." I asked my agent. She said it was most favored nation.
You told him it was vocally stressful, right?
Sam, I'm pretty sure we're not getting paid for that session.
I need that money.
Your house is gone.
You got gold in your pocket right now. You and I have dinero, so.
I just value my talents as much as yours, and I think I should be compensated just as much.
I know.
I'm still a little upset that we talked about eating me before the dog, which is really, I feel. I don't know how to.
You
was
do
covered
hear
with that
hear
goo.
something out there, not in the building you're in, but you do hear leaves rustling around. You hear something.
All right, let's
Can
keep
we
It
see
going.
it?
sounds
Can we
like
see it?
one source of movement in.
Can we see where it is?
I
Can
hear
we see what it is?
something.
You heard it through the windows. You're inside one of these buildings.
Can we
There is
open-
Do I have any power left on my phone?
I'm gonna
none
peek.
of your
Not-
phones work.
I want to peek
I'm
out.
sorry. I said
from
I was
the
going to
vines
eat
again.
you.
I opened the
Just
window
go check
together.
out
Okay.
this sound.
This one, fine. This
It's
one.
like another
this
little
one.
canyon of plant life, right? And you do actually see somehow one corner of a metal table is managing to poke through all of this shit. That you see a bird land and just sort of sway on a vine, fly off again.
Oh, birds are alive still. So it's not all weird creatures.
There was a normal-looking bird.
Yeah, it was totally normal looking. It was a dove, I think.
A dove.
That's hopeful.
Hell is coming.
Should we try to get outside and see what's in the cafeteria?
Yeah, we should, of course. Yeah. How close are we at this point?
Super close. You're just in a building one
Just
or
gotta
two doors
climb
down.
down.
Okay.
Just
We
We gotta climb
the
down.
stairs.
And do
climb
we have
down.
to traverse ooze to get to it?
I don't know. Gotta get out there.
Is there anything linking the rooftops of the two buildings? Any old power lines or power poles that may
There's
have fallen?
vines.
This is not Tomb Raider. There's not going to be
Make
like
an
a.
investigation check.
I will.
There's vines, Travis.
Watch it.
Oh, shit.
That looks like a very high number.
20.
Yeah.
20. You look all around. There doesn't seem to be any trapdoors or stairs or. I mean, this is. It seems like this is as high as you go in this fake.
It seems like
Big
this is
building.
as high as we go.
So maybe we should
We head
just
down.
get down to the ground.
Head down.
Okay, but before we go, Laura,
What?
grab that dagger of yours. Why don't you cut off that vine? That way we'll have at least a rope that we can use for something.
Good fucking call,
Actually, a
Sam.
really good idea.
Cut
Actually,
some
I have
vine
a-
off and I wrap it
and
up
I-
like a little whip on my side
I have
there.
a jump rope in my gym bag.
Okay, that's
Oh,
6 feet,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
8 feet?
Yeah, it's
8
like
feet.
7 feet. Yeah. No, 6 feet. 6 feet.
How long is this vine that we can cut down here?
Everybody make an athletics check on the way down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
21.
16.
Okay.
12.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Dog too.
I'm
You
carrying
guys
the
all
dog.
make your way down.
One-handed
Taliesin,
athletics check.
You step somewhere squishy and you fall straight down through the steps.
Yeah!
6 feet up, you hit your tailbone super hard, fall on your ass on
Oh, that's
on
gonna
a
leave a-
knob of a tree stump or something.
Oh God.
Take 1 point of blood.
Yep. Yep.
boy.
That's the thing.
Do you want to rest? Take that back?
Are you gonna be able to walk, dude?
You're gonna need that hit point. You want to take a little rest, do some hit dice?
I don't know. This is not a game, man. There's no hit points
If we
to get.
rest, you might
Are
feel
you getting
1
weird?
point
This
better.
is some Stephen King type shit. I feel like in some alternate dimension we're
Wait,
killing ourselves.
Did
right
you
now.
did you take some damage back there?
I did.
Maybe we should rest for a second. Get
Before
back.
we cross the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Let's observe.
30
let's-
minutes.
Let's observe outside.
So close to
I'm gonna peek outside. There's the.
walk. You hit your tailbone really hard.
I can limp. I'm fine.
You're all right.
I'm
You're
all right.
embarrassed, and your
I'm not
butt
bleeding.
bone hurts a ton.
I bet it's gonna be really black. I've fallen that hard before. It really sucks.
If we live that long, I will take it up with my SAG representative,
I have to talk to
and
my
I will
agent.
photograph it once my phone is working again.
No stunt coordinator on this.
There was no stunt coordinator in this VO session. So outside is goop.
You're looking out now.
I'm looking out.
You don't see a lot of goop.
It's
You see a lot of tall grass and ferns growing up out of it. You don't see any goop.
okay. So there's foliage.
Tons of foliage.
Is
You're
there?
gonna be up to your nipples out there and plant.
That's there's. Are there any phone lines still hanging, or are there any?
No.
Not that you can see.
And that table, there was that table a while ago.
That was back.
No, it's still
no.
there. It's
Oh, it's out
outside.
there?
Laura could explain to you where she saw it.
Yeah, it was just right across the way there. One of the little tables.
Okay. So now you have a rough idea where it was. It was kind of, wasn't exactly dead center. It was past center from where you guys are.
All right.
So wait,
We should
there's
try to
no
get out
there's no
there.
ooze?
Not as much.
Just watch
Where
the
he's
ground.
standing, all he sees is green.
Which means
if you
it's
look to the
probably in
right,
grass.
you do see it. There's like smear on the sides of the canyon walls.
Like bagel schmear?
Yeah. No.
Are there
Yellow.
any like
Not from the sky.
loose pieces of wood sitting around in the building? Can we like rip
Loose
some of the
wood?
siding off?
Make an investigation. Make a survival check. Survival.
5.
5. You pull. You find a good grip on a piece of wood. You rip it, and it's exactly that big, and everything stays behind.
Damn it. I was really trying
like
to.
cheese.
I thought maybe we could like get some wood off and
Are
then.
we gonna make a raft or
No,
something?
no, no! Like put it down on the ground and walk across it in case
Oh.
there's goop in the
Okay.
grass.
So, like, I hate staying in one place for too long. Maybe we just make a run for it.
Let's
run
just
for the
fucking
cafeteria.
go.
Let's go.
Let's make a quiet walk of it.
Why?
A quick.
Because you're not going to move fast enough to outrun any of
Travis,
that
can I-
weird
I
shit
am
in there.
super,
Travis!
super fast.
Travis, can I have a piggyback ride?
That will make me much less fast.
But I won't get my feet in the goop.
No.
Travis, I'm your wife.
Laura, I'll give you a piggyback ride.
Thanks, Sam.
And I'll carry this dog at the same time.
Thanks, Sam. I'll carry.
You'll be
I'll
at,
carry
half
Bixby if
speed.
give
You
me
carry
piggyback
Big
ride.
Speed, I'll carry
Okay.
Laura.
Travis, can I get
Half
your
speed.
ride
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. That's cool.
He said, please.
Are you serious?
You gotta make
You're
them in
seriously.
order.
It's
Yep.
it's legitimately the magic
I
word.
just want respect.
All right, I'm carrying Bixby and I'm on Sam's
Are we
back.
running or we're sneaking?
We're sneaking
sneaking.
through the grass because we're a bunch of pusses.
All right.
Are you
roll-
stepping into any goop?
Everybody roll for stealth.
One gentle step at a time.
Should I roll for
They're gonna
Bixby
be
now that I'm holding the
velociraptors.
dog?
Yes.
Never been so stealthy in my life! 20!
I'm 19. I got 19.
17.
Okay.
Spoiled by this.
9 and 8.
9 and 8.
Yes.
But they're on my back.
I got
All right.
Taliesin on my back.
Oh wait, no, no, no,
guys-
that's a lie. 9 and 13.
Okay. You creep out. So who's on whose back?
I'm on
Taliesin's
Travis's
mine.
back.
Okay.
I'm carrying Laura.
Laura?
Laura's got the dog.
Bixby. Okay. You guys creep out. You place your feet down in. I mean, it does feel a little juicy, but you can't tell if it's yellow goo or just another puddle in the swamp. I don't know. But you start to make your way through, weaving. You bang your shin, not too painfully, on a metal. That's a metal table in there. You start weaving your way through metal tables, and you can, again, only from memory, and the dimensions of these canyon walls, you're like, I think that the commissary is over this way. You start to make your way through there, and as Sam is stepping, a snap. You step on something that snaps like a twig, and you hear all around you, rustling, and you're seeing, almost when you see a squirrel in the ivy or something, the plants on the wall start shaking, and you see a flash of yellow fabric
It's a Liam.
up on the side.
Oh shit! I jump off your back and I take off running.
You start towards what?
Towards where I think the cafeteria is.
Okay, make a perception check. Looking for the door.
Stealing my dog?
Yep. I'm protecting your dog. A perception check?
Yeah.
8.
Plus anything?
That is it.
You are wandering with a dog on your hand, and you're like, it's here.
Lauren, where are you going?
Those leaves are so high.
I see my wife take off running. I turn around, I elbow Taliesin
I'm
in
off.
the head,
I'm off.
and I take off running after her.
All right, run, make a perception check.
I hope you get
Natural 20!
You run past.
The fucking hunter.
You've got a brain.
I can't see anything.
You've got a brain like a steel trap. You run past Laura, you hook her arm and drag her, and you're like a linebacker ahead. Is that the right term in football?
absolutely.
Right towards the door. You know
fullback.
where that door is. You
Fullback.
reach out, push through, and you feel glass. Man-made glass through all this leaves and shit.
I'm running towards where I'm running after Travis.
Okay. You're going back and gonna be a hero?
I am going to follow them.
Okay.
Quite quickly.
All right, everybody runs towards it. Travis is motioning, going, I found it. It's not everywhere, but up high near the tops of the building still.
We're such pusses. Like nobody wants to find.
The door
Down,
pushes in.
down.
I mean, there's a little bit of a moment as like vines kind of rip away, but you push in. And you guys are all inside a very, very dark room.
You okay?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Looks like you got hit in the head.
He just had tentacles shoot out of his arm. He's fine.
That's true.
You don't feel plant or anything. You feel tile under your feet.
Ashley?
Pitch dark.
Ashley?
Quietly.
None of our phones are working anymore?
Do we have a lighter? Do you have a lighter?
I do in the bag, but.
In your gym bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna have like some shorts in there or something. You wanna light my shorts on fire?
Maybe we can.
Wait. Oh God. Oh really? Oh God. Okay. I'm opening up my bag and pulling out my very expensive hardcover copy of The Wicked and the Divine. And I'm tearing my least favorite pages and starting to roll them into a torch.
Oh,
wow.
If this is the last copy on Earth, I will kill you.
Light it on fire.
And I've made a bullshit torch out of comic book paper.
All right, I light his.
Okay. You light the comic book page,
Ah!
and there's a weak little sputter of light, and you look around, and there's no plants in here. There is dust all over everything. It is the commissary that you guys have had lunch in 1,000,000 times. And the fire burns down the page and burns down and goes down and down. And just as it's about to go out, another light source swells up from the center of the cafeteria. Bright light. You guys shield your eyes. You can't see anything. It's so bright in here. You open your eyes, and between where the tables are and the checkout counter is a blue gold glowing vision of a desk and a flat screen computer on it. And facing you the way we are in this room, Ashley Johnson sits in a flannel and jeans, and she sees you and says, "Oh, hi, guys." "Oh, I miss you so much."
Wait, where are you?
Where are you? What's going
"Oh, well, you know, I'm almost done season 5 of Blind Spots. I'm almost done.
Season 5?
And once it's done, I'm coming home, and then I'm gonna stay, okay?"
You're only on season 2.
Wait, we jumped 4 years
Oh,
in
if
the
This is
future.
it? What is going on? Is it crazy up there?
Well, you know, the show is what it is. I'm having a good time.
Not with the show.
No.
Are there monsters attacking
Is there
you?
lots of foliage? Does it look like Last of Us around
She
here?
goes still for a second. And then lifts into the air, arms out to the
Ashley, too!
She's transparent and beautiful. White, feathered wings, translucent, shoot out from her side. She is an angel. Her hair is floating backward. Her eyes are solid white. She is staring past you. She doesn't see you almost. You can see through her. She's illuminated the entire cafeteria. and a voice of power says, "There's no time. The tower awaits. If you don't make haste, the clock can never be turned back. Only you. Yeah." And you are hit with a wave of golden light, and you feel warmth travel up your entire body. All your wounds close, your nipple heals. Your headache is gone. The dog's hair grows back. You all feel phenomenal.
I give Bixby back to Sam.
You feel brave. You feel strong. You gain 25 hit points.
Oh, shit!
Temporary.
We're
hit point.
legit.
Don't hit my pistol.
She looks to each of you in turn. I love you guys. Go.
Was that like a Snapchat filter? What was that? How did she do that?
And that's where we'll take our break.
Gosh.
You're killing it! You're killing it! This is amazing. This is amazing.
This is so weird.
Is old, or a lawyer really screwed up, which was the case of Night of the Living Dead. In this case, I think it's just old.
It's just old.
It's just
It's
old.
also an Italian-American production.
It's an Italian-American production, so there's probably some legalese, foreign legalese that didn't work out. I don't really know. All I know is that it's in the public domain, and so you get to watch it with us. So we have all our friends there. Hector, Augustine, Adam, Erica, maybe Keller, maybe some other guests, who knows, but you gotta be there for sure.
Vincent Price will be there.
Yes, hello, that is terrible. So tune in and you'll see Vincent Price do his Vincent Price.
It's a little bit better.
A little. Hey everybody, I'm Cameron Rice.
I'm Elizabeth Hayhurst.
And we are back with another public viewing after the overwhelming success of watching Night of the Living Dead. We're coming back with another film. Elizabeth, what are we watching?
We are watching The Last Man on Earth.
That's right, the 1964 Vincent Price classic for those of you who thought, ooh, the Will Forte show. No. The way we're able to do that is the film is in the public domain. For those of you who don't know what the public domain is, the public domain essentially means that no one owns the copyright on the movie. That happens for a myriad of different reasons. Either the movie is old, or a lawyer really screwed up, which was the case of Night of the Living Dead. In this case, I think it's just old.
It's just old.
It's just
It's
old.
also an Italian-American production.
It's an Italian-American production, so there's probably some legalese, foreign legalese that didn't work out. I don't really know. All I know is that it's in the public domain, and so you get to watch it with us. So we have all our friends there. Hector, Augustine, Adam, Erica, maybe Keller, maybe some other guests, who knows, but you gotta be there for sure.
Vincent Price will be there.
Yes, hello, that is terrible. So tune in and you'll see Vincent Price do his Vincent Price.
It's a little bit better.
A little.
Hi everyone, I'm America Young, and I am so excited to be here on my very first episode of Signal Boost! Exclamation point! It's been a hot minute since I did the whole hosting thing, but I remember it was a lot of fun. Since my last show, Mask and Cape, I have mostly been doing motion capture for video games, voiceover stuff, which led to comedy directing and sci-fi stuff, and sometimes punching people in the face, dropping through planes of glass, and getting my headset on fire. So that's all true. So it will be really nice to finally have a simple, straightforward gig where I don't have to worry about harness chafing or scorching hot gun shells burning my skin. I am so happy to finally have a quiet moment on set. So happy to not have anything exploding nearby, or zip lines, or fight choreography, or so happy. I'm sorry, I just need 1 minute, just 1 minute. Clear? Whew, I feel so much better. Now we can start. Let's do this. I love making movies. I love all aspects of making movies. But I've never been to film school, so there's a lot that I had to learn or make up as I went. It was really intimidating, and now there's no excuse to not make movies, especially when we have HD cameras on our phones. And with Shot Designer Pro app, you can make your own movies with fancy camera moves and blocking. So if you're ready to dive in and create that epic Star Wars fan film that you've always wanted to make, or maybe just shoot something that's your very own creation, this app helps you organize and plan each scene. It lets you create storyboards, set up shot lists, or even animate characters and cameras to shift around in real time for you to have a better idea of what you want to create. There are different versions available, but the full version is $25.
Whoa, no!
Oh, okay, guys, calm down. Calm down. They have a free version if you're not completely sold yet that you can try out. And get your toes wet and make sure that you like it. Plus, they have amazing tutorials on how to use it. It's available on iPhones, iPads, and Android, so check it out. Dude. And now for a brand new segment here on Signal Boost that I like to call Hector's Book Club. Welcome, sentient anthropod, to another edition of Hector's Book Club. Today we'll be taking a look at one of my favorite discoveries, Hexed by Michael Allen Nelson, illustrated by Emma Rios. This comic is being called the next Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It says so, right there. And they're not wrong. It's a supernatural thriller, and because it's a thriller, I can't give too much away except to say that the main character is a woman named Lucifer. Well, that's not really her given name. It's more like a name that she calls herself, which is a combination of nope, not gonna give it away. It's brilliant and darkly written with a sharp sense of humor, and the art is gorgeous. Pretty much everything you want in a top shelf comic. I've always had a thing for the roguish kind of character, so when you make a comic about a thief who steals from beings of the underworld, no. I don't want to say anything more than that. It's a thriller, and you must be thrilled. And the best part is the whole, no, it's a fantastic comic. Plus there's a young adult novel with the same characters. You can find Hex from Boom Comics on Amazon.com and comic book shops everywhere. Check it out. Just keep it up there. Cool. Okay.
Action.
If you've been at a con in the past few years, you might have passed an awesome booth that had a perfect replica of the book The Never-Ending Story. Only it wasn't the book, it was a tablet cover. Geekify is a company that makes gorgeous tributes to your favorite pieces of nostalgia in the most clever ways by turning protective covers for your electronic devices into stunning works of art. Just look at this dark crystal cover I got from my Kindle. This is insane! Or the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy case. They can even do custom orders, so if you have an idea in mind that you don't see on their website, run it by them and they may actually be able to create a one-of-a-kind item to your specifications. That is, if you can think of one that they don't already have. Check this out. It's the handbook for the recently deceased from Beetlejuice. Just be really certain about what you want for a custom order, because even if they're willing to make it and can make it, you might, just you realize you're carrying it around with you everywhere you go, right? So everyone's seeing what you've asked them to make you. So you want to make sure that it's something that you get it. Find them at geekify.com. That's it for my first episode. Tune in next week for more Signal Boost, and don't forget to leave comments below about how confused you are. Until next time, whoopah!
Foxy.
Welcome back to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. So we'll jump back in the game in a second, but we just wanted to remind you that tickets for the Crit Roll live show are up for sale. You can get them now. The link is in the chat. Also, just less than 24 hours to get the signed Joe Mad poster. So
Much less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
Much
just
less,
than
12-ish?
yeah, something around that.
something like that. 1 o'clock tomorrow Pacific time. But I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
You want to see where this is heading?
Let's go.
So we're in the cafeteria.
The light fades. You're standing in the dark, and you feel
Oh God.
No, the radiation again.
your brain hurts. It's numb. You can't think. You're not inside anymore.
Oh no.
Jesus.
You look around you. Wasteland. Total wasteland.
Fallout.
The remains of a few buildings, but not much. Scorched earth. Everything is ash and desolation. San Fernando stretches for miles to the hills to the north, a vast valley of scorched earth, and the odd fragment of fallen civilization jutting up a few stories at best. And behind you, the hills bordering what probably once was Hollywood stand, barren, grim. The only thing that dominates the landscape is the tower, gleaming, almost like new.
What tower?
Like it were built in 1927. The Warner Brothers Water Tower. Standing above the waste. Rifts in the sky above it tear open for a moment. Vanish as quickly as they come. Every 6 or 7 seconds. Lightning storm around it. And that's when you realize it. You've been here before. Or maybe not here. Somewhere like here. Together. You four have adventured together before. And you'll do it again. You've lived 1,000 lives before this together. You'll live 1,000 more after this. You're living 1,000 lives right now in other worlds. You know that you are linked and have been throughout eternity. The tower stands in the distance. What would you like to do?
Ashley said to go to the tower.
We have to turn back the clock.
Sam, I told you to tell your wife to conserve water during your showers.
She tried. She took military showers.
Jesus. There's nothing left, man.
I always thought there was something really fucked up about that Animaniacs cartoon. I think we need to just deal with this shit.
There's no buildings between you and it now. It is just a field
Make
of
our way straight to the
Same
tower.
tall grass?
We have to fix the
No.
clock and
Just
fix
brown,
time.
scorched, dead earth.
Can we see anything on the horizon?
Rocks.
Anything moving? Anything other than the tower?
As you get closer to it, you do see something. You see patches of yellow all along the legs of
Oh,
the
is
tower.
it that goop?
No.
Sky goop?
You see Liam's
Oh no.
glued Geiger-like all over the legs of the tower, some sort of mucus-like membrane over them holding them in place. They're also not. Liam's about 5'11" that you remember. These are about 4 feet.
Maybe they're not fully formed yet.
In dimensions, smaller.
Maybe this is where they're born.
Electricity courses through the metal of the tower into them, back out again, all through the legs. The whole thing is charged.
Wait, was Liam ever Liam?
We need some of the happy
don't
slime
know.
from Ghostbusters 2.
I'm remembering him 5'11", but
And
it
above.
looks like more 5'8".
Now that you're closer, you couldn't see it before. In the sky, circling the peak of the tower, you see a gaunt, corpse-like steed, a horse of the apocalypse, leaving a trail of fire behind it as it circles the tower. And on it rides a shriveled corpse with red hair straggling behind it. And as you draw even closer, it hits you. There is no mistaking that thin, towering frame. That is fucking Conan O'Brien. I mean, he films right on the lot.
It's dead Conan O'Brien.
He's moving.
It is the
Riding
red-headed.
the horse.
The bottom, all that's left on the bottom is a skeletal jaw. The flesh
my
stops
God.
here, but that signature pompadour, a little ragged, but is still there.
It's like 6'5". This will be a foe. to reckon with.
Serious.
God.
The horse lands with a clang on the top of the water tower. The horse shrieks. It's terrifying. Fills your ears, and the O'Brien Lich raises its skeletal
It's Liam
hand.
O'Brien and Conan O'Brien.
It's the fucking O'Briens.
Fate touched. And the tower pulses the entire thing with a greenish yellow light like radiation. And you see the liams, the small liams on the legs start to jitter and jive on there. And
What?
in 4 or 5 places, another liam fires out of a liam, and another liam fires out of a liam,
Are
and
they
they
even
drop
smaller than the previous
to the
limbs?
ground. Hard to tell.
Oh no!
Hard to tell.
I don't want to kill Liam.
Here is your water tower.
What are those things down there? Is that wreckage?
What is on the ground?
Husks of cars,
Okay.
husks of buildings. Oh dear.
Did they make a Conan mini?
They do not make a Conan mini. Sitting up here. And there are also not Maniac Liam figures, so
So wait, the Conan Lich, O'Brien Lich, landed on top of the water
he's
tower?
standing on top. He's on the horse,
Oh, okay.
on the tower.
Oh, jeez.
I turn to Travis and say, dude, are you making like 1.5 scale? Just tell me, is it close to what I'm getting?
Bro, I mean,
It's higher than that.
yeah.
Can you talk to somebody about it for me?
I mean, I guess so. Why don't you switch agencies?
What's your agent doing for you, man?
know.
It's really.
All right, let's go kill this thing.
Roll for initiative, please.
Oh, jeez. I want to
Does it
hide.
see us?
Can I
Does it see us? Are we
immediately hide behind
stealthy?
Travis
Well,
again.
it's staring
no
at you
way.
as you walk up.
Yes!
25 to 20? 15 to 20. What? 10 to 15?
13? Oh no.
Oh,
5?
14.
14.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
I was reading.
Okay. Under 13?
8.
8.
9.
What did 9? What did Bixby roll?
Bixby takes my initiative.
Oh, your initiative. Thank you. I knew that, obviously.
Yeah.
Who got the 9? Travis? Okay. Sam? Okay. The Lich kicks the sides of this nightmare steed's broken ribs and goes, "Oh!" And the horse takes off to the sky and flies a little closer.
Oh no. Seriously, we are gonna die. This is a lot.
Okay.
Speak for yourself. I've been training my
What's
whole
your-
life.
And now it is Talazin's turn.
Oh boy.
Go Taliesin.
Come on, tentacle dick
Tentacle
motherfucker.
that bitch up.
I am going to cast.
Cast? Taliesin, what are you talking
It's not
about?
a silver bullet.
I had an epiphany. I had a fucking epiphany.
With that thing's magic.
Given by Angelic Ashley and the DM.
And I cast Chill Touch on Conan O'Brien.
Chill.
Okay.
Chill, motherfucker.
Roll to attack.
You're a voice actor.
He's a warlock, let's be
I'm,
honest.
I also have some basic massage, and this is coming into play. Okay.
Basic massage.
14, 15, 16, 20.
20? Mm-hmm. That hits.
I hope so. We're level 1.
takes on a hit. The target takes 1d8 necrotic, which is 7,
Nice.
and can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. And is he undead?
Oh yeah.
He has disadvantage on all of his attacks rolls until the
know
end
it.
of my next turn.
I know it.
Oh,
So I do that, and then I run behind Travis.
Okay.
I'm already hiding there.
I run behind Laura.
Laura, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh no. Am I hidden behind Travis?
No. You're over here by this husked out car. He's there.
you're by yourself.
Allison's taking up your hiding spot.
And Liam's are just wandering around?
Their eyes are on you. They're coming.
Can I duck behind the husk of the car that I'm at? And no, is it hideable?
I'll allow it a disadvantage
Okay,
because
I'm-
they're dumb
like-
as sticks, but they're looking this way.
okay. I'm just gonna duck a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold my turn.
Roll for stealth. At disadvantage.
Could only do one worse. Same roll.
Will Wheaton's dice is out of the game.
You slide over here.
Wait, well, no, I didn't do one.
okay.
It was
It was a
it was
two.
a 9 that I rolled technically on
+7.
both
There you
times.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Damn it.
You
All right.
duck behind a car that has no walls or anything.
It's just a door.
They're looking right through.
And I'm gonna hold my turn until one of them is standing next to
Understood.
one of our people.
Understood. Okay, Travis, you're up.
I fear no creature, and I would like to use my full movement to rush towards the nearest foe,
Okay.
whatever's closest.
I would say it's this crouching Liam right here.
Yep.
So,
Lemur,
You
come
got
here,
to
you
him.
little motherfucker! And I take the giant maniac sword, and I'm gonna swing it in a downward arc at it.
did you just, is that, full movement for you is 6, right?
Oh, you hasted to get to him.
So you can, I'll reverse time. You can either go as far as you can go, or you can use all your movement to go up.
I'm gonna use all my movement to go up.
Okay.
And just
The minute he
glare
gets there,
at
I'm
him.
gonna dagger. Do I get 2 daggers or just 1 dagger?
Just one dagger.
Just 1 dagger I throw at this
Go for it.
Liam.
Okay.
Liam.
Roll to attack.
I'm okay. 10.
Gotta flip a page. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Flies past his head.
Damn it.
They're kind of tiny.
Yep.
little.
Sam, you're up.
How many daggers do you have left?
I only have 2 daggers. I gotta go find that other dagger.
Okay. I tell the pug to go find that dagger. And then I will turn. Do I have a shot at Travis's Liam?
I'm gonna play fast and loose with the pug, and I'll let you take a couple steps to the side to get a clear shot.
Okay. I'll take a
fun.
couple steps,
Okay, you can go.
knock my arrow,
All right.
and say, "Watch your backs, Travis. Watch your 6." That's what they say in games. And I'll turn the bow like this, like sideways, and I'll fire.
All sorts of style now.
Pug life.
Pug life.
16. That's a 20.
Hits.
Ah,
Roll for damage.
What do I roll?
we're getting so good at this bow.
Damage is
Just says
8.
+2. What?
1d8.
1d8 plus 2.
Plus 2.
7.
7. The arrow shoots and goes straight into Liam's eye. And it looks up at you, Travis, and goes, buddy.
Oh no,
The
Travis!
quiver of humanity!
You didn't get a shot at it. I'm sorry, buddy.
Wait, we shouldn't kill him.
Oh, come
We
on,
should kill the
Harry.
big oak Conan.
But these are fun.
You take
Oh,
you
no,
take the
someone's
ground
attacking.
O'Briens.
It's really
We'll deal with the flying O'Brien. Everything will be fine. Oh no. They're quick.
Oh shit, they run really far.
Yes, they do, actually. Sorry.
Oh.
He's on me. He's upon me.
Right. One Liam attacks Ranger Sam.
Oh no.
For what's your armor class?
12.
You just go, whoa, Jesus! And he misses
I
entirely.
know Liam too well. I know all of his moves.
Predict his moves.
Your armor class?
12.
Yeah, these things are not that strong. So you just go, hey, buddy, and he smashes into the ground. Now it is this fella's turn. He gets closer.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shazbot.
What did he say?
I think he said Andy Richter.
I don't speak German.
You fall to the ground.
Oh!
Instantly.
Stunned.
No save, no nothing.
Nope. You can't move. You can't think. You can't do shit.
Travis!
Taliesin, you're up.
How? Oh wow. I'm going to run towards Travis.
Okay.
My movement, wherever my movement is.
5, 6. There you are.
Taliesin, help him!
As a
Give him some Advil.
As a bonus action, I'm going to give him some Advil and give him a slap across the face.
Okay.
And then for my main action, I'm going to chill touch the Liam in front of me.
Okay, go roll to attack.
Come on, motherfucker.
Wait, did Conan cast that on?
Yeah, Conan did.
Okay.
18.
Master of late night
hits.
Conan O'Brien.
Or 12, 3, 4, 6, yeah, okay, and
Let's
that's
gamer my ass.
8 points of damage of necrotic.
Ooh.
The tentacle goes, slides around Liam's neck like a necktie, and his whole head freezes.
Oh,
Breaks
God.
and falls.
What?
Oh, Liam.
He's gone.
And then, Advil and slapping for my bonus action.
Travis, make a Constitution save right now.
Okay.
With Adviltage.
Ooh, ooh.
19. Stop slapping me! Stop slapping me!
Not yet! Not yet!
Your turn is gone, but you came out of it. You look up in the sky and you see that red-haired motherfucker go.
Oh, fuck.
Damn wildling, we gotta kill him. Red-haired, lucky, touched
Sam,
by
you're
luck
up.
bastard.
How's the pug doing? Is he getting closer to the knife?
That's where he is. That's where you see him.
Great.
Great.
There's a guy right next to me, isn't there?
Yeah, he's in your face.
Shit.
And if you try to fire him with your bow,
Wait,
you'll
I
be.
didn't get to go.
Where are you on that? Oh, it's because my writing sucks. So why don't you go now?
I'm gonna run up. Am I close enough that I can attack the thing attacking Sam?
I
go.
What about me?
I go, Travis, are you okay? Are you alright?
Stop hitting me!
Stop hitting him!
Oh,
can't
say
get-
please!
Please!
You can get close enough to throw.
Okay,
you
I
can
guess I'll
throw,
do that.
not sneak attack, obviously, but go for it.
But he's flanked.
Yeah, he's
by one of
flanked
my
by an
friends.
ally.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
This is the thing you try to pull all the time.
Yeah.
Fucking
Wait,
eat me.
is it surprise or is it a crit? I get quadruple damage?
I just roll 26.
Automatic
yeah?
crit with quadruple damage?
Yeah, I just want you to fail, Laura. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a 20.
Hits, yeah. Go for it.
5, 3. 23.
All of them.
All, everything, all at once. Hada! Damn it! That's good.
That's better.
9.
It sinks right into his sternum.
Liam, I'm sorry!
20.
Oh no!
Twin! Oh, 20.
Hey, you
Wait,
did it.
but the dagger is still there in his body, right?
Yeah, I just took the player off. It's sticking straight out.
I'm sorry, Liam, I need my dagger back.
Okay, now it's Sam's turn.
Okay, I'll lean down, grab the dagger, flick it to Laura.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, make a dexterity
Oh
check.
jeez.
God damn it.
Catch it by the. Oh, that's a. Hold on.
That's good.
Oh, that's fine. That's a dexterity.
Yeah.
23.
I'm sorry, you took 8 points of.
Oh.
Good. All right.
25 points.
So I'll call that a freebie. And now what?
Okay, and then I will look up to Conan O'Brien, and I'll draw my bow and arrow,
Yes.
and I'll try to. I'll just look for that red mane of hair.
Okay.
I'll just fire one straight at it.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh yes, that is a 23.
Ooh.
Hits.
And that's it's an 8 plus 2 is 10 points of damage.
All right. Definitely hits. He breaks it off and lets it fall to the ground.
You're a hack, Conan, a hack. Your best days are behind you.
Lich's turn.
This is the funniest he's ever been, really, I think. This is-
Oh man. He points at you.
oh no.
Yeah, he heard your word.
Bixby, save me. Bixby, throw your Throw your body in front of it.
Hold on. This is where the cracks show. I don't remember the spell. Shit. Hold on.
He's pulling up the app.
Oh no!
Up the
I have
app.
some good spells to ask me. Just
Is Conan a bard?
shit, maybe he is.
Conan no Barden.
Okay, great. Got it. Okay.
That's not very good.
Oh, man.
I feel good
Points
about
at
that.
you, and a swirl of white, icy cloud forms around his hand and shoots right at you. Right past your shoulder, strikes the ground behind you.
Oh no.
Did I get that right?
Radius spell.
Yep, missed you. You missed.
What? How do you know it missed? I didn't roll or anything.
I rolled.
Oh.
It's magic.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, now it is Talzin's turn.
All right, you're fine. I've stopped slapping you.
Thank you.
I'm going to. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I'm going to get away from Travis and sort of head back a little, back towards the main group.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
About here, you think?
About there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Yeah.
And if I make it do things just by when I cast it, or is it not till next turn I can make it?
I'll say you can make it do things because
I'm gonna have it start retrieving the other dagger for Laura.
Okay. Okay. The dagger floats up in the air. Bixby chasing after it. And it just goes right to your hand.
Sorry, Bixby.
And you see just the traces of like an octopus tentacle in your vision for a second, but it's gone.
Hentai power.
Maybe you imagined
Might
it.
want to clean that off.
Travis, you're up.
I'm up. I stand up from being stunned.
Yep.
Bloop. And
Got 3 more squares left.
how high in the air is Conan?
It's Conan O'Brien.
40. It's about 50, 55 feet away.
Can I run directly underneath him?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take the sword and go.
Just throw the sword.
Throw it straight up in the air.
Roll and pray for not one.
14.
The sword flies up. Like 15 feet too low and comes back down. Chuffs into
Doesn't hit me though, right?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, good.
5 feet away from you. Sam, what would you like to do now?
Wait, are there no more O'Briens?
Wait.
Liam O'Briens?
Did I skip you again? I did, because I wrote your name wrong.
Wait, but are there bad guys that have turns?
Liam. 2 Liams on the ground.
They haven't had turns in a while.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. Awesome.
Oh,
Fair to die.
Sam.
Sorry.
What's your AC, Sam?
12.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Taliesin and Travis, what are your ACs?
12. 11.
Okay. You both get hit. So, Liam slashes at your chest, Travis, and takes for 2 points of damage. He leaves a raking claw down, and that nipple that healed is cut again.
Oh, bitch!
Bitch.
Misses you though, Taliesin. He saw the black energy swirling around your arms. And he went,
Liam sounds like Gollum.
God, I've lost my track. Laura.
I'm up.
Go
I
for it.
guess I'm gonna run up, and can I attack one of the Liams? The Liam that's attacking Travis. I'm gonna protect my husband.
Okay. All right, you're there.
I'm gonna jump on Liam's back and stab down.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Okay.
This hurts me, Laura.
I'm sorry.
Get him.
I'm sorry, brother. 15.
15 hits.
Oh, good. 9.
You sink it into his back and drag it down his shoulder. He goes,
I'm sorry.
Kids.
Oh,
Dies.
that is so terrible.
How many more Liams are there?
Should we not kill these Liams?
No,
One I see. Oh, it's an ethical
Totally kill
dilemma.
these Liams.
Sam, you're up. I think I got a little bollocks in my lineup, but I think you're up now. Go for
Could
it.
be.
Go.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have a clear shot at the last room? Is there one remaining Liam?
Yeah, right here by Taliesin.
Okay, I'll just scoot over a couple paces. Actually, no. Sorry, I won't shoot at that one because I gotta leave something for you guys to do.
Yeah.
I'll shoot at Conan again.
Conan?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
All right, so I will.
Get that motherfucker.
I will fire another one right at Conan.
Go for it.
All right. Okay. 17.
17 does hit.
Oh, in your face. Oh, another 8 plus 2 is 10.
All right. It sinks between two ribs and just hangs there. He doesn't pay much attention to it. Okay. This one sees Laura distracted with her kill and lashes out and tries to bite into your ribs does bite into your ribs. You feel Liam O'Brien's teeth sink in and take a bite out of your side for 1 hit point of damage.
One.
1 hit point.
The Lich flies closer to you still, Sam.
God.
Points at you again.
Finger of death.
No. Hold on.
Instantaneous.
Hold on.
Liam loves casting spells. He knows how to do it very
Love
well.
spells. Love them. Okay, here we
If
go.
we open all of these packages.
Yeah, I bought them for you guys. What's that one?
It's the Turkish
This is
strawberry.
the strawberry taffy. You want some of it?
No, I'm so curious.
There's some Zagnut left, and I haven't.
I'll take a bite of Zagnut.
He points at you again, and that ice flies out of his hand again. This time hits you full force. You feel sleet and ice covering your entire body. The whole front of your body starts to freeze and burn. You take 25 hit points.
25?
There's no save?
No.
Sam!
I can't have it with some sort of constitution
We don't
save
even have
or
a
something?
cleric.
This happens.
We have lots of Advil.
Okay.
Oh,
Range,
that's
it's like
true,
an
we have
arrow.
that.
So, where are you at?
I'm now at where I was before. I got the 25 hit point boost.
Where were you?
11.
Okay, all right. You are slow moving too. You are reduced in speed.
Damn.
Uh,
You're gonna pay for that, Conan
I
O'Brien.
think
You're
I've
up.
got some Neosporin in my purse.
I'm gonna. Can I send my mage hand up there?
Has a range of 30.
Is it 30? He's not within 30.
What
is
about
he?
your tentacles? Can you grasp
It is
his leg
30,
with the
well remembered.
tentacles?
Oh shit.
I have it.
He's not 30 right now, is he?
He's 40.
He's like 40. Fuck that. Okay, fine.
You can stand on the dog and get another foot.
Stand on Travis's back.
Ooh, that's like almost 10 feet.
Like cheerleader.
This is serious.
Statue of Liberty.
Oh, there's a car. You could jump up on the car.
Is that silly putty?
It's taffy.
Yeah, you want to try this
Is that
big
a
hunk, by
cow's
the way?
tongue? What is that?
Here, Travis.
I suppose with everything going on right now, I'm gonna do another chill touch at Jerky McJerkface.
Like your dentist tells you not to eat this.
It's awful. You can't bite
13?
Does not. Doesn't make it. Laura,
What?
eat that taffy and attack that motherfucker.
Which one?
Well, anyone you want.
There's a Liam and there's a
next
Conan.
to you,
If
and
you kill
there's
Liam, I
two-
want the shirt.
Pick your O'Brien.
I'm gonna kill Liam.
Okay, go
Back
for it.
Liam.
Roll to
Is
attack.
somebody standing next to him?
Say what?
it. Yeah, Talisman's
Yeah,
next to him.
Talisman's there. You're good.
24.
That hits.
Mm. 12.
Okay.
Wow.
You sink the dagger into Liam's stomach, right through the belly button. Blood goes. He clings at that arm and pulls you down and says, "Guy, you like us."
Oh no.
Every time it's a guilt trip.
Brutal. I know.
I am scarred for life.
As a bonus action, I'm looting the shirt.
The yellow lion.
Up the fucking yellow lion
Totally
shirt.
messed up now. Travis, what would you like to do?
We gotta get him down.
Oh, and I want to run. I'm gonna use my movement to run for the tower.
Good call.
Good call.
Can I make my way to where Sam is?
Sure, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I turn to Conan O'Brien and I say, Will you accept a sacrifice for mercy?
He calls down and says, I'm listening.
And I turn to Sam and I try to cut one of his arms off.
No! Travis!
Roll to attack.
That is terrible!
A 10. I think I missed.
You turn to Regal to do what nobody else is willing to do.
I make the hard call.
You bring that sword down and you look into Sam's big, giant eyes and big smile. And you can't do it and you swing wide.
I'll try it. It was just to see what he would say, buddy.
Sure it was.
Sam's turn.
All right, I'm going to start heading towards the tower.
Okay.
With all of my movement. And
All your movement?
Yeah, and for my attack, I command Bixby to attack Travis. And I say to Travis, I am worth more than you, motherfucker. I should be getting double scale. I have more experience. I have more nuance. You can do one thing, big, beefy characters, and that's it.
What's your AC, Travis?
It's 12.
You feel small teeth sink into your ankle and tear at a tendon a little bit. You take 1 hit point of damage. Bixby the pug.
You brought the dog into this now.
No, it just took Conan O'Brien for us to turn on each other. That's all it fucking took.
You hear.
Oh no.
Oh, come on!
What?
They're endless. We have to take out Conan.
The Lich flies his horse. He's dead. Flies. He wants to finish what he started. He points at Sam again.
Oh God, again.
Let me see where to go. You are frozen over for 14 hit points of damage. Covered like an icicle.
I am unconscious.
Okay.
Oh no, Sam!
Oh, shit.
No!
As I fall, I say, you did this, Travis. You have my life on your conscience.
Taliesin, what would you like to do?
Wait, do I have to make a death saving throw? I don't know how this works. Anyway, next round. Next round.
Next round. I'm gonna book it towards the tower as well. And
you want to swing wide at that guy?
I'm gonna swing wide, and as I swing wide across him, I'm gonna again hit him with the chill touch.
All right, him, Conan, or Liam.
Hit Conan!
Yeah, Conan.
Okay.
I was your only ranged attacker.
I know!
17.
That
That hits. Wait, you're hitting Conan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
And that's 7 points of damage of necrotic, plus he's at disadvantage for attacks.
That's right. That's right.
Oh wait, wasn't he at disadvantage for other things?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I counted. Laura, you're up.
Oh, did you just leave Sam on the ground? Is he down?
He's frozen like a statue.
I turn around and I run back to Sam. What the fuck, you guys?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to drag your body. I don't know.
Kill Conan! Don't worry about Sam. Only
You can also do a medicine check.
Can I? Is he right there?
You're right on top of him now.
Oh,
I thought you could do that.
Can I give him some Neosporin?
You don't have any, but you can maybe rip off some of his t-shirt and try
I
to
rip off some
In
of
my
his
in my
t-shirt and
frozen
trim.
state,
him up.
I say, mouth to mouth.
My turn's coming.
I rub all over his chest to try to warm up his body. Warm up, you motherfucker!
What'd you get?
13.
Man, your hands are so cold now.
Shit! Fuck! I kick him. Come on, man, wake up!
He's frozen. He's gonna break.
Travis,
Can
you're up.
That's your whole turn?
I guess so.
Yes.
Can I not give you? Can I?
You would save Sam?
Mouth to mouth.
I look down at his frozen body and I say, he was never good at the cold reads.
Wait, I'm far away from Travis.
Where are we? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, my dog gets a attack of opportunity. No, fails.
Do I automatically crit? 'Cause
He takes 2 death. Well, you got to roll the
that's right.
hit, right? Help me out, Allison.
2 death saving throws. But you
Does he
failed
have to roll the
too.
hit. But
Yes,
it's
you rolled a hit, I think, but you get an auto crit.
No, you automatically hit. You don't have to
Just
roll
automatically
the
hit. That's
You
familiar.
automatically
And
hit.
it's since you're down, it's 2 death saving.
okay, that arm you wanted
it's
to
just-
chop off before
Yeah.
breaks free.
Oh shit! I'm gonna use my
Travis Billingham! You do not kill Sam Riegel right now.
You've got a throwable weapon. That's a start.
I already tried. It was way
No,
too
my
No, the arm.
Oh, good.
3 Liams converge.
Jesus, we're all gonna die.
Oh god. Because you're turning against each other.
AC, tell
11.
him.
Blame my agent.
Okay.
It's my agent's fault.
It hit. Okay. Okay. One of them just face plants right under your legs and eats shit, but 2 of them latch onto your arms and bite into each separate arm.
Okay.
You take a total of 4 points of damage as they rend away part of the flesh of your biceps. Suddenly, you hear a deafening and the sound of a motorcycle. You all turn and look, except for Sam. Over in this direction. I don't have a motorcycle mini, but you see 2 figures plowing through the dirt
Oh no.
on a motorcycle with a sidecar.
Oh no.
You see, they're familiar, but they don't look the same. You see a badass cut fucking woman with red hair streaming behind her, tats all up her arms, and a bandana tied around her head. And in the sidecar is this fucking dude with long hair and an eye patch and a shotgun hanging off his side. Guitar. And the motorcycle
The
pulls up
gun
right
has
here.
a guitar?
No, it's a ukulele. It's a ukulele.
Oh my gosh.
Here is the sidecar. Here is the driver of the motorcycle. And they look over you, and Mercer shouts, "We don't have much time! We have to act now!" Marisha, cut like Linda Hamilton, leaps off the motorcycle, does a flip here. You see her go. And
Oh,
then-
is she really a wizard?
no, she is not. Her muscles flex, and a dragon swirls around her hand, and fire shoots out, hits the Warner Brothers tower. It explodes in flame. You hear metal creak and groan.
Hurry, Laura, run! I'll get Sam!
Oust to oust! Grizzled Matt Mercer jumps down out of the sidecar and says, "Hold on! I know it's rough. You're the only thing that can fix this!" He whips the guitar off and goes, "Ching!" You feel vibrations rush out over all of you. Your wounds close up. Sam starts to thaw. The arm goes, "Shink."
Oh, it's reconnected?
Oh my god!
All the ice melts away. Any wounds you have heal. Whatever your hit point total was after Ashley, you have just received 30 hit points. So if you're at 0, you're up as high as you can go.
Oh, but
These
those are
Liams-
temporary hit points from Ashley, right?
They're still there.
Ooh!
Wait,
so I'm at
wait,
30.
wait. So if we were at 30, we get 30
You don't
more.
go
It's-
higher. If you were
Okay,
at full,
okay,
you're
okay.
at full.
We're full.
These 3 Liams explode like sausages.
Oh no, Liam.
God, Matt's so powerful.
Seriously,
He
how are you
says,
guys so badass and
"Go."
we suck?
Mercy yells, "It's already over. There's no."
Oh no!
They bamf out?
The horse
about Conan?
goes, "Ah!" crumbles to dust, and Conan goes, "Fuck!"
It plummets!
Oh my god.
Crawls to his feet.
What are we trying? Oh shit.
It's just a...
The Lich is still alive?
Conan is still here.
We gotta attack the Conan!
1, 2, 3, 4. He reaches out with skeletal hands at your face, Laura. What's your AC?
13?
13, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, you take
Gulp.
11 points of damage, and please make a Constitution save.
Wow.
You feel the veins throb in your neck.
Oh no, a 7.
7. Your muscles lock up.
Oh shit.
You can't move.
Oh no.
You damn Irishman! You'll pay for that.
Taliesin, you are up.
Chill touch at the Conan of Lichman. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I should roll a d20. 14.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that hits.
Does now.
He's on the ground.
That's 6 points of necrotic plus the advantage.
Okay, so what was the total damage?
6.
Okay,
6
total of
necrotic.
6. Okay. Okay. Alora's frozen. Travis, you're up.
I finally take the sword, and I swing wild like a maniac.
Be
All
careful,
right.
don't hit me.
No, I'll hit you. 15.
Fitting hits.
Woo! 16.
Of damage?
Yes.
Okay, you hack his arm off.
Oh! Good at that today.
Falls to the ground. 15 total, you said, right?
Actually, it's 14.
14? Okay.
Yes.
All right. We are now on to Sam. What would you like to do, Frosty?
Okay, I will. I have an arm again?
Yeah, it went.
Damn, that mat is
And
so
heal.
powerful. I will. Am I
Level
too,
20, yo.
Am I too close to?
He was a level 20?
He's so. He needs to be
so
nerfed.
dreamy.
Of course he's the level.
Am I too close for ranged weapon attack?
No, you're not too close, but you probably want to get clear of Laura.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
Not knowing what's going on with Laura, I'll use my movement to quickly give her mouth to mouth. Because I think she's frozen. She might be hyperventilating.
All right, make a medicine check.
It's a natural 1.
Justice!
My face.
Run over, you start to kiss her, you cut your lip on her teeth.
Braces. What?
Braces.
Invisalign.
The Lich turns towards big man here. What's your armor class?
12.
Make a Constitution save, please.
Oh shit.
22.
Okay, you take 12 points of damage, and you feel your muscles start to lock up, and you go, "Pull it together, Travis!"
Pull that shit together!
You're still moving.
Damage?
Oh, it was
8.
No, 12.
No, it
you
was
said.
12. That's right, it was 12. All right, Taliesin, you are up.
Take a step closer to the Lich and hit him again with the chill touch.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
just keep hitting him. Natural 20.
Whoa! It's even blinking.
Chilly
Go
touch.
for it.
Double dice?
Yes.
Or roll dice or double?
Double the dice.
Okay. 14 points of necrotic damage.
In what manner would you like to kill this?
Oh! In what manner?
In what manner would you like to?
Come on, you hentai.
Put it on a shirt.
I
I thought about this so many times. I just
just say more like Conan O'Dyan. I don't know.
That was actually
ruined
not
everything.
bad.
That was pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
I'm just going to take my skeletal freezing hand
Yes,
and
yes.
just start slapping him down into the dirt. You're terrible at video games! You're awful! You're just terrible! You make Mortal Kombat look bad!
Okay. And the tentacle slaps and slaps and slaps and knocks bone after away. He just backs up and goes, does that little thing Conan does. Snips, and all the bones go to the ground.
I go to loot the body or what's left of it.
Wait,
Am I
can't
still
liches
frozen?
get back up
Am I
again?
still frozen, or did it unfreeze me?
You feel flexibility come back to your arms.
Good job, Taliesin! Oh my gosh!
Did heal itself?
I don't know. I'm gonna start grabbing
No, we
bones
should
and like.
I walk up and
Definitely smush
I
it.
take his giant orange pompadour skull and I
Okay.
stick it in the gym bag.
Did
Okay, the gym bag of holding.
you're turning into Grog?
What?
All right, you have a lich's skull.
Yeah.
Wait, where? I thought that was gonna fix everything. Where are we supposed to still turn back time or something?
Does he have anything on him? Is there anything I find in the pile?
No.
I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna turn around then and go look at the water tower.
The tower?
Head towards the tower.
The tower is slowly melting into the ground.
I thought there was a clock we were supposed to fix.
And as
was
it
a water
does so,
tower.
Bixby comes waddling up to you with a bone in his mouth, and he drops it and looks up at you all.
What is it, boy?
And you're pushed forward through time.
Oh.
Who knows where? That's the end of the session. Really, I was waiting for different music to kick in about a minute ago. It didn't come, and the thump thump was making you guys go, "What's next? What's next?"
But that's it. Oh, we did
Oh
it.
my gosh, we fixed
So wait,
it.
so somewhere forward in time, it's just the four of us, right?
You guys are together somewhere with a dog.
Over the next day, I kill Taliesin and Sam and start the new human race.
I cast Hellish Rebuke. If he touches me, I cast Hellish Rebuke.
Oh man, I'm sure I fudged so many rules.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
That was so much fun, Liam.
Yeah, Liam!
I'm sorry I killed you so many times.
Oh man.
Great job, man.
That was so meta.
Oh my
It's
god.
time.
So meta.
Oh my god, we have time left. Do we take questions?
How many?
or-
Wait, how much time do we have left? Oh, we have
Yeah, we
like 30
totally
minutes.
could.
Yeah,
Why
so
don't
we
we
can-
take? Do we want to like take
a
a
few
fiver
minutes?
and
Take a
fly
fiver
on the couch?
and then do some questions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Time. All right, guys. Totally winging this tonight. We're gonna fly out all this shit and bring in a couch, and we'll do 30 or 40 minutes of questions.
Yeah, Q&A from the chat.
On
so
Twitter,
stay in the
start
chat.
tweeting Critical Role Bixley.
Bixley?
Well, something different than just Critical Role.
Oh,
Call it out.
Bixley or
Wait, what? Huh?
Critical
Conan.
Critical O'Brien.
Critical
O'Brien.
Critical O'Brien.
I hope
like
you
it.
guys spell his name right.
With an E. With an E.
Okay.
Anyway, that was a ton of fun. I was totally freaking out in the
So
first
good,
5 minutes,
Liam.
and then it didn't matter anymore.
Did a great job.
Hey,
Amazing.
Good job, man. All
Awesome.
right,
Hey,
we'll
you
get
have to
out of
come
here
up
so
with
we can
a. Is
set.
it?
As long as manslaughter is all that they charge.
Hey,
guys, hey.
Doing it live. There are so many questions on this hashtag we threw out. I am a little.
Oh, geez.
overwhelmed. Holy shit.
Oh, hey guys.
Hi, guys.
Oh,
We
thanks
could-
for joining us, Sam.
Sorry, someone told me I had some Zagnut in my teeth. So
He really did, though. Is that the camera or is
Why
that
are
the
you guys
camera?
That's
Both
the
of them.
camera.
Okay,
No,
both
now
of
that
them. We
we've
can all
got
fit
two
here.
of them.
Yeah, they don't want to.
I feel like we could squeeze in.
yeah, you can fit here.
Are we gonna do this? All right, we're gonna do this.
Oh,
Well, you guys scroll through the hashtag and find some questions.
Hi guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun
Do you
for me to
consider
know.
taking?
Critical Role on an international tour. Baby
If-
steps.
Well, let's
Yeah,
see how
we'll
this
see
live
this
show
one does,
goes.
this
Baby
original
steps.
one.
Nemesis 18964.
Question. Travis, are you really?
Getting double scaled for this.
That's hilarious.
Totally.
Oh man,
I
there's
see
so many things.
someone's asking, and I mean we get it all the time. I guess we could put it to rest. How old-ish our characters are?
In this game or in?
Oh no.
According to IMDb.
I don't think Grog knows.
Vox Machina.
You don't know how old you are?
That makes sense.
Oh man,
Why
that's
would
so sad.
Why would I count those things?
I don't know. You can't count past 6 anyway.
No, I just know once a year people give me sweet things and cake.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Get your hand off me.
We're what, 27?
We said 27, I think, is what we said
Yeah.
at one point. It could be 28 at this point.
Yeah. Potentially.
Early 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to pin it down. Early 20s.
Sam, what about you?
I'm a little older than that.
With time change or without? Because you also got like the crazy time.
Yeah.
time shift.
Apparently they undid that.
Yeah, no,
This-
they undid it.
Yeah, I never asked
Are
for
you
it
in
to
your
be undone.
40s?
I look like I am, but around your guys' age.
Oh, really? Do gnomes age differently?
They do age differently. They are on a slower scale than you guys.
Which we are too. So technically, we probably
But
live
you guys are half elves, so you're only like barely
a little bit.
different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We live around to like 150, don't we?
Be like centennials and
The carnal
Yeah.
pleasure
So wait,
that
if you're
keeps you young.
27 years old, that means that you guys are like teenagers.
Now.
No, it's the medieval era where you die before 40, really. Like,
But we're half elves, so.
but you guys are gonna live forever.
Yeah, but if you're 27-year-old half elves,
No,
do
that
you
means
look like you're
probably,
18-year-olds?
That means we probably look around 20,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty hot.
probably.
Next question.
Someone asked how much, not the Cthulhu portion of the game, but how much the early part of the game was true to life.
Oh, it was exaggerated.
We are working on that game.
Yeah,
What was
that
the
was
game?
actual dialogue from a
I
game.
mean, there was a
that we
lot
made
of.
up.
We were talking about real place that we work at a lot, and people that we see, and some of that was realistic, but
Pierce
most.
is real.
We know the first
Emma's
map.
real.
Alan's real.
Alan is real.
Emma is real.
Yeah, they're all
Warner Brothers
wonderful
Games
people.
is a game place where we record much.
Very
They
often.
really have a giant television on a swinging arm.
Yeah, all of the layout of the booths is exactly right.
Just right.
There's really gold coming out of the kitchen all the time.
Makes it really hard to get tea.
Yeah.
Pierce is awesome.
Pierce is awesome, and he started playing D&D because of Critical
true.
Role.
That's right.
You can find him at Emerald Knights if you
Yeah,
want to.
that's right.
He needs fan art.
He did.
If you could play as another character of Vox Machina, body switch for a day, who would it be?
Scanlan.
I know, right?
That would be the hard one. I keep thinking it would be fun to, for a one-off, magically have
The
them
abilities?
switch, and then to be Vax, but with one of your personalities in me, so that I would have to be you in me, and start talking like this the whole time, or
Well, no, because we would be playing each other then.
But if
That would-
I
That's
were
weird.
Vax's body with Percy inside, I would
would
have
be-
to then start talking the way you do.
Yeah, it's very,
Yes.
that would be. Yeah, that would be fun.
I'd like
to be Grog.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Should we all go
Yeah,
first?
no,
Feet don't touch
no.
when they-
Oh yeah.
Roy.
Yeah, no.
You're fine.
I think I would if I could switch characters. I think Grog is pretty fun, man. It's a pretty fun character, and he does big damages and stuff. Yeah, I think Grog. It's fun to be dumb.
It is.
I know the one I would not want to do is Scanlan because I don't think I could pull it off.
I know, you're so quick.
Yeah.
That's too hard.
I have a team of writers.
It's way.
I hire a team of writers.
It's really fun to watch, but I would feel so intimidated trying to play.
That is
a
so
part.
flattering.
Any plans on coming to Nashville, Tennessee? I work for the Titans and could possibly do something cool for you guys. If the Cowboys are playing the Titans, maybe we will. Sorry. I just
Oh,
spoke for the
come
team.
on, but
Just spoke for the team.
Could possibly do something cool for you guys mean give Travis a starting lineup on the Titans for one
my
game?
God.
Maybe a
how
preseason
about
game?
no?
I'll take it. Make the team.
You played some ball.
I did. I played some college ball.
What would you, if you were given the shot, just a one shot, you get one play,
Mm-hmm.
what position are you going to play? Defense, offense?
Tight end, a button, a bootleg to the left.
So you're blocking.
No, I'm
Oh,
catching
you're
the
getting
ball.
the, you're getting the
taking
ball.
it to
We
the
don't
house.
actually know how the game is played. We're
Just saying. Just saying.
All right.
People are curious what class Marisha was for her brief cameo. She was a monk.
Oh, cool.
I asked everyone what they thought they would be. That's not true. I didn't ask Ashley, but I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah, no.
Story. And Marisha texted me somewhere in the middle of the game because I told Matt and Marisha about all of this, and I was just too flummoxed to answer. But she said, like, if you don't have me say dope somewhere in there.
I think she's got it tattooed like on her arms. It
So I'm
just says
sorry,
dope.
Marisha. They all went by so quick.
Question: will Vax and Gilmore ever end up together?
Dun, dun.
I don't know.
Who knows where life will take you guys?
I know I will say that Vax is head over heels completely in love with Keyleth. So if you guys want him to go get it on with Gilmore when he's seriously in love with another person, okay, I guess.
I think some
could
people
do
would be
that.
okay with that.
I do too.
Travis, on a scale of 1 to 22, how much do you Oh,
I didn't missed it.
it went away as I was reading it.
It
I think it was
said,
a
how
football
much
question.
do the Giants, Washington's team, and the Eagles suck? I refuse to say the name of Washington's team.
Yeah. Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Question, Liam, what was your inspiration for this story?
I knew that. Well, listen. I said literally the day before I announced I was going to do this that I didn't want to do this, and then the next day I totally flip-flopped because I was too busy with work. But I knew that I wanted to do something eventually. I just figured it'd be 6 or 7 months from now. But then I had all this time open up to work on something, and I had just the idea popped into my head. I always knew that I would want to do something totally different from what Matt does because he does it better than anybody.
Yeah, he's
mean,
intimidating.
I don't want to go anywhere near high fantasy because he does it so perfectly. So I thought I'd go in the opposite direction and try to make my friends,
You killed it, man.
You
That
did.
was awesome.
You did. It was amazing.
Eventually, as I
Yeah.
thought it all out, I just
That was
started
a good-
thinking,
good question.
Yeah,
what would the artist like to draw? That's what it was like in the back end of
It's
designing.
very nice.
Taliesin, what kind of things do you have in your car for this sort of scenario? That Liam drew up?
Legitimately, right now in my car, I have a quiver of arrows. I do. Still left over from
From the
our
photo
from
shoot?
the photo shoot. I haven't returned them to my
Oh
friend
shit,
Ashley.
Taliesin? That was a while ago.
Yeah, I haven't cleaned out my car, so I have that.
Don't give him back.
I have my laptop and like all my work stuff and phone chargers. I've got a black velvet frock coat, large leather boots. I'm not kidding about any of this. A hardcover copy of Wicked and the Divine. Thank you for putting that on my character sheet.
I forgot I did.
And some nail wraps. Also, thank you for putting that on my character. Although not the ones I would have used in the game, because the ones I would have used in the game would have been the limited edition Hamilton Federalist Papers.
Oh, Hamilton.
I want those so bad.
There was a question that
excited.
said, "How much
much
do
do
all
all
of us love Hamilton?" And right
All
now,
of
it's
it.
We're all
obsessive.
Have you seen it yet? Didn't you
No,
go?
No,
we're
in
gonna
the
go.
July.
go
yeah,
soon, right?
We're gonna go visit Ashley and
Amazing.
I have outtakes from recording today of just Caitlin Glass just like
Oh, I'm
singing like
Nonstop.
whole chunks of it.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's such a problem.
Any
Which
other-
class would you have been, Liam, had you been playing?
Oh, good question.
I don't know. Probably still Rogue.
yeah.
I think is
Yeah.
what I would lean towards.
We would have been twinsy rogues again.
Hide and fucking stab when no one's looking, and then just hide and hide and hide.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I would have thrown at Wizard. I'm surprised. I kind of would have pegged Wizard.
Yeah, I like wizards too.
Yeah.
Sam,
But I
how
mean-
much?
I think
how much
I
time
would've
do you
gone monk
spend
for
on
you.
your goblet?
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
How much,
Yeah.
how much
Would.
time
Yeah.
do I spend on my goblet?
Yeah.
I spend 1 minute before the episode gluing something to the bottom, and it's whatever I can find lying around that day.
Do you guys jump on the shipping bandwagon, or is it completely weird for you? We just watch. We just watch and admire.
Watch the shipping.
Yeah.
I love the art.
Yeah, no,
though.
it's
I'm
like
not gonna lie.
it's
I
like
love
coming
the
it's
art.
like coming across coyotes in the wild. I'm so happy to see it, and I don't want to call attention to it either. It's awesome.
I favorite a lot
Every
of
now and then.
drawings because I love looking at art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We are not seeing Hamilton before Lynn leaves. I just had to
No, we're not.
Like the day after?
No, it's like a
Who is
couple
more
weeks
useful,
after.
Bigsby or Trinket?
Not a fair question. Neither are useful. They are just energy sucks.
We did have a conversation out during the break about how hard it is to have an animal companion.
I have a newfound respect for Laura, having just played a Beastmaster Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to have this stupid animal around all the time that you have to deal with, who can't really do anything and could die at every
But
minute.
it's really cute, and
Yeah,
you want to
you gotta-
protect it.
yeah, you can't just kill the
But
thing.
you want to take advantage of the fact that you have it.
I know, but it's kind of hard to do that.
I know.
I have a newfound respect for you.
you.
I still don't like.
At least you could pick up. At least you could pick up Bixby.
That's
Like
true. I
back in the
could.
day
Yeah, you
when
can't-
we had to walk around.
Well, now
Trinket.
you've got the Pokeball.
I know. Now
though.
the Pokeball.
The Pokeball's great.
Solves everything.
It does.
Critical Role the musical is still a ways off. It's still in development. It's
Sam's
following
working
the
on that.
Lin-Manuel thing. It's a 7-year timeline.
Travis, you are my
2022.
favorite.
Started my own Goliath Barbarian. You're welcome.
Dagger, what the fuck?
Question: who does Pike like?
None of
Like
us.
we can
She's-
answer that.
You don't know.
She's
I know.
horrified.
You
in the
know?
dust.
I
does
know.
know.
How do you
She
know?
knows.
Because Ashley told you. Or because Pike
Because
told
Ashley
you.
told me.
Well, I was in that conversation too. And
Yeah,
I don't
no, but
think
I
there
knew
was anything
before.
but there's nothing definitive from that conversation.
She's been bragging that she's known for a while now too, and
Yeah.
she just holds Lords of
I'm
Dobro.
holding it.
Okay.
Well, there was a question that I talked over, wasn't there?
Oh, it said if you guys get the airship, who would
Rhymes
be the
with
captain
Fillmore.
and what positions would you man?
On the airship.
On the airship,
You're the captain.
I get to be. I want to be Teddy
I'm the-
Ruxpin, so you can be the little caterpillar dude who follows him around all the time.
What?
What?
Do you not know your Teddy Ruxpin,
Your
motherfuckers?
titty? Your titty?
Your Teddy Ruxpin.
Titty Ruxpin is the
Ruxpin.
worst porn, by the way.
You just don't like it because of bears.
I would be cabin boy. Wait, is that what we established?
Cabin boy.
You're cabin boy, or
No,
I'm
you're cabin boy.
I'm cabin boy, and you're the captain.
And I'm first mate, and then we all take turns being the captain.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody asked if Vax knew that Gilmore wasn't Gilmore when he stabbed him, and I did think that it was somebody else before because his voice dropped and he became very un-Gilmore-like. So,
Yeah.
But
He
I
wouldn't
didn't
be that mean.
I didn't immediately think Rakshasa. I just didn't think it was Gilmore.
I thought it was a demon.
Matt does a thing with his voice, and like he did that thing that night. Yeah. Yeah. Diplomacy is someone just asked, will you ever use diplomacy again? Yeah, it's just really complicated because in order to use it, I have to sort of get hit by lightning. And inevitably that's going to happen. And that's just it's sort of a wonderful counter to being hit by lightning at the moment until I can sit down and do something with it.
Do you? Awesome. Someone wanted to know, Travis, were you what class were you in the game we just played?
I was a fighter.
Okay.
Not a paladin or a barbarian, but a fighter. A fighter.
What originally did you Oh, I saw the question. What level were we when we all started the game?
One.
We were all level
Player
1
one,
when we
right?
started, yeah.
And we lived. We lived.
Matt was very kind to
Yes.
us when we first started playing.
We fought a lot of bandits, if I
Yeah.
recall. There were a lot of bandits.
People springing when we were trying to help people, like jumping out of wagons.
A lot
and
of
that.
bar
A lot of
fights.
Yeah.
bar fights and people threatening us with like mugs. This was like, yeah.
Question: does Grog have any love interests?
He does.
He does.
Yeah, it all
Attached to his
it
own
all comes
body?
from a beer mug, yeah, or one of his appendages.
There's a whorehouse in Western.
Yeah.
Grog's
pretty
got too much love to single it out for one person.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Someone asked if what they saw, this is related to the earlier question, but if what they saw was like the average day in a voice actor. I mean, we hammed it up, but sure. I mean,
That's what I was saying.
sessions, a free morning working out and then going to a session, or a session to session.
Sounds legit.
Or a double.
Sam directing and rushing
All
over
day.
somewhere happens all the
Sam
time.
Not having any time ever.
Liam, will you hire me as a voice actor?
You could be a serial killer. I don't know.
No, that was a question from the chat.
No, I know that. I know it was. No, I
You could be a
yeah,
serial
if you
killer,
wind up
though.
in front of me and audition, and the truth is, when I direct, I don't do much casting. I do a little bit. I do some suggesting, but mostly the casting comes from elsewhere, and I direct who shows up in front of me.
Pick up.
Pick up.
Pick up.
I do not say pickup in my real
Yeah,
life.
no, nobody.
We were talking about
If
that.
anybody said that, I don't know if I'd be able to handle it in a session if they did that way you did.
Pick up.
Pick up. I'm sorry. Pick up. Pick up.
We were talking about
would
we
die.
do the clicks at
I've
home.
heard
though.
that, not 90 times in a row, but I've heard someone say pick up.
Laura, do you think stealing the broom was enough to change alignments?
No.
It's a broom, people.
It's a broom, damn it. And here's the thing. Here's my thing about the alignment.
Here it comes.
I was neutral good,
Preach.
stealing a lowly little broom, and I'm gonna say that I did not realize, because I've never played this game outside of our game, that if you stole something from another player, it was a bad thing. I just thought.
I didn't know stealing was bad.
No, but I just thought it was funny. I
She
didn't
still
realize
has
it was
good
like
intentions.
some people say like it's a no-no to steal from other players.
Oh,
I didn't know that because he was coming on and it was funny and it was a fun thing.
For God's
So-
sake, we've all stolen shit from Chris Hardwick at this point.
I mean-
What's the
Also,
big fucking deal?
But plus, like, we're coming at this as actors doing an improv show. I mean, like, almost anything is game.
Exactly. It's all so.
just an
I just
improv
thought it was
show.
funny, but I mean, Vex for the most part has very good intentions for everything that she does. So if anything, I feel like I should have dropped to like, you know,
Neutral.
like just neutral, or is there such a thing as chaotic good? I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, there's chaotic good. I'm chaotic
maybe.
good.
I feel like that's what I should have been, but straight up chaotic neutral. I feel like it was dropped 2 levels of alignment, which I
think I'm
think was
chaotic
kind of wrong.
Well, it's. I mean, like.
I have talked to Matt about it
Yeah.
afterwards because I feel like it's not right for where she is in her head.
No.
For her to be that aligned.
Okay, stealing is bad, okay?
Yeah, no, it's just like fucking, you know, life on the streets.
I'm a
You
little
steal
worked
broom.
up about
Liam,
I'm a bad
and
guy.
did it go better than you expected? Were you nervous
better,
DMing for
better.
your friends, and would you be open to doing it again?
Yeah, I would do it again. I don't want to do it all the time because it's a lot of work, and I mean, with 2 kids and my work schedule, I am pretty crazed. But
I may take one now
Good.
that you've made me feel like I can maybe do one.
I will say I was very anxious about it in the lead up, but like 5 minutes into it, I was having a blast, didn't care, wasn't worried about what I was gonna say. I mean, beforehand I was like, I'm gonna fuck it up, and what am I gonna say that at the right time? Totally didn't matter, didn't care, it was just fun.
You were great, Liam.
Thanks, man.
We are totally looking forward to the live show, by the way. We really hope anybody that can join us will join us.
Are there still tickets? Is it still up?
We don't know.
Go
We
check
have
out
no
the
idea.
link, man.
Yeah, we hope to do that and much more. So hopefully it'll be a good starting
People
point.
want to know
for
where to
some-
send you money.
Some
Yeah.
pretty cool
Why do
plans.
people want to send me money?
I don't know.
It's
maybe
on the
it's
bottom
in the bottom of your fucking bag.
Oh yeah.
It's on the bottom of your damn tankard.
If I DM, it won't be D&D though. So it'll be something else, guys.
What?
If I DM a game, it's not going to be D&D.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
I'll
wish
get
you
it.
could show. Can you show everybody your picture from prom? Cause I just love it so much.
I don't know if I can.
guys.
I don't know if I can. I will repost my like the professional
like-
photograph from
Okay,
prom.
okay.
To be.
I don't have. I don't. Yeah, I have to ask if I can.
To what?
Not a question. Tickets were gone in minutes.
Whoa.
Oh, were they?
Well, it went so fast. I
It
guess.
may the site may have been down, so check later.
Okay.
'Cause
Oh,
I do
okay.
know we broke the site.
Sometimes it breaks. Yeah. What was Craven Edge's full stats?
Oh, this guy says Drizzle Drive says 50 or so tickets
He's
remain.
gone. It doesn't.
50 or so tickets remain.
And 11 VIP and 56 general tickets remain.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Tickets are still available.
My hipster Rakshasa shirt comes from threadless.com. A bunch of people have asked.
No, if I do a game, it's
Yeah.
probably I don't want to.
Oh my God, I'll talk like this.
I don't want to
see?
like firm
Oh my
it, but
gosh.
like tabletop vampire was a big thing when I was a teenager. I really liked tabletop vampire.
Is it a complicated system?
It's very simple.
Okay.
This is a good question for a bunch of nerds at this couch.
it's so
Favorite
fast.
musical besides Hamilton right now?
Ooh.
Ever?
Yeah.
Ever?
Les Mis, but there's other ones that are good too.
I really liked the Reefer Madness musical from a few years ago. It was really funny.
Stop it.
My first love was Phantom.
Oh yeah, well I mean like
Yeah.
I know I
It's
was
what-
there
it's
too.
like-
It was like 5th grade.
It was the
Come
first
on.
musical I ever
I
saw.
gotta.
That's like
I
saying
can't listen to it
Mamma Mia.
anymore though.
Seeing Phantom of the
love
Opera is what made me want to be an actor.
Okay.
The first musical I went to see was Time Daly's Gypsy in
Oh,
L.A.
yeah, there
that
you
was
go.
amazing.
Nice.
I saw a college production of Jesus Christ Superstar when I was 13, and that got me very interested in acting.
I would say besides Hamilton, it's Once for me.
Ooh.
Oh, Once was so
Once is so
good.
damn
Once
good.
was so good.
Book of
I
Mormon's
have
okay.
Book of Mormon.
Really good.
Spring Awakening and Fun Home are in heavy rotation.
Fun Home, I
in
really
my
want to
car.
see live.
The reboot of Cabaret that they did with Alan Cummings was pretty spectacular.
Yup.
I got to see that in New York
Yeah.
years ago.
Would you be able to survive in the world that Liam just created as yourself?
No, hell no.
I don't know. My parents did a number on me. I think I'd be okay.
Yeah, I would be. I would hide. I wouldn't have gone out anywhere really.
My parents assumed I was going to usher in the apocalypse. They're still kind of waiting for it.
Was there anything on your character sheets tonight that you did not get the chance to do but wish you had done?
I was trying to kill Sam, and it just
wasn't on your sheet, was it?
Yeah.
It said kill Sam.
Look at it. It's at the bottom of the sheet. Liam wrote it in.
What?
Roll for deception check.
I had Hellish Rebuke, and I didn't get to use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh man.
I didn't use
that would've
Second
been great.
Wind.
I
It's
didn't
like
have anything.
maybe
I had a dagger. That's all I could do.
I had nail art.
You're right. Being a rogue is lame.
Well, if you're
level
a
1.
human being in a t-shirt with nothing on you, yeah, it's kind of rough.
That's true.
I had
Sneak
favorite
attack a couple
terrain
times.
voiceover booths, and I didn't get to use it.
Are there any hashtag questions?
Oh yeah, I have
From the Twitter?
right.
From
we
the tweet.
told you to do it, and then we didn't even look.
Checking it out. Critical
I
O'Brien
answered
tab.
that one.
Here we go. Question: if your character could get the kill on any one of the dragons, which one would you want it to be on, and why?
I didn't have. I just saw a thing saying, "Did we have a baby?" We didn't have a baby.
That's not us.
No, that's a dog.
Fake. That is
That's
a fake.
dog.
We have a dog named Charlie, but no babies.
It's a very hairy baby. Hairy baby. I would kill the green dragon.
We need more
Green
color.
Dragon's Green Dragon's the dickish one, right?
Yeah. Actually, we want to turn him to our side.
Yeah.
I'm excited
that's
by
all
like
right.
all the
Love
fancy
photo.
armor we can now make with black and white scales. 'Cause we
I'd
all
like
have
to
black and white
ask
scales
this
now.
question from @Katie Creation
Dope.
for Travis.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude? That's the
That's a
question.
great question.
I mean, I can't really answer that at once. It's a complicated question, but if you stay tuned every Thursday at 7 p.m., you might learn the answer.
Did the t-shirt contest stuff get moved to next week?
T-shirt contest.
Oh
did
yeah,
get
They moved to next
there's
week.
so many great submissions that we could not sort through them all this week, so we were moving it to next
Well,
week.
yeah. Plus, we wanted Matt and Marisha to be here.
Yeah.
You know, when we like announced the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Go Cowboys.
that's why we.
But there's some amazing designs.
They are so good.
Congratulations to all the
I am not
entrants.
pregnant.
What?
Those are different voice actors.
What are all these baby
I don't
questions for you?
know. Rick.
Do you all agree with the stats Liam gave you? I felt highly complimented
Totally.
on mine, but
I disagreed completely.
No, I've pretty much agreed with what
He was so good. Great job prepping, Liam.
There was a good
Yeah.
question that says, does doing so much VO in video games decrease or increase your enjoyment of playing them? Sam, this is a question for you.
Well, it's similar to if you watch a lot of porn. Does that desensitize you to?
Or if you do a lot of porn,
I guess that's the thing.
would you watch it when
still
you get
watch the
home?
porn?
I think the answer is yes.
Someone has asked, was the Liam in the recording studio the real Liam? Or was there a Liam mastermind somewhere laughing nearby? I would say in my imagination that it was the real Liam.
And you really got pulled apart.
And I got pulled apart and set off a chain of Liam duplication.
Why did Conan choose you?
That I can't answer. I cannot.
It's the only other
You
O'Brien.
can't answer that?
Cannot
When we
answer
were
it.
killing little BB Liams, was your brain in them?
A fragment, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
just a fragment.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so sad.
No, just sleep.
And to answer your question, we do love playing video games.
Love it.
Even though we
Yeah,
we
it's
play them all the time.
you do start to recognize voices and like listen for things that like you get a little bit of the tech brain, but other than that, it's really fun. It's one of the reasons I'm enjoying Overwatch is I barely recognize anyone, which both makes me sad and happy.
The meet and greet will be for VIP tickets at the live thing. I saw that one.
I can't read this fast.
I know, it hurts.
I just saw the new Shadowrun
my
book.
glasses
I don't know if I'm up for that.
So yeah,
shit.
how's this
That's
gonna
too much for
work?
these
We
kids
do the
to-
show, and then the VIPs can stick around after the show.
Yeah, there's
to-
gonna be a 30-minute Q&A afterwards.
Okay.
And then we'll have a short meet and greet backstage where people can like shake hands, get some stuff signed.
Which questions have you? I
Wow.
don't dread questions. I'm always.
This is gonna be
looking
so
forward
much
to them.
fun.
It's gonna be rad.
Do I get to
It's
wear
gonna be really
makeup
great.
on stage?
And I think the VIP seats are like the first 3 rows. Of,
We should all
the
be in
theater.
suits. It'll be great.
Yeah, we had to have some sweet internet signal for tech reasons, so we're actually doing it in a movie theater with stadium seating, and we're gonna have a stage on the floor.
That's
We'll
pretty
be
cool.
projected on the movie screen. It'll be great.
I like that it's stadium seating.
And if it doesn't go well, they can just put Civil War up, and everyone
Yes.
gets a nice
Yay.
show.
We'll narrate it.
I like that it's a small theater because I'm afraid I would get so nervous if there was a lot of people.
That's true. What is the scariest moment for you so far on the Critical Role campaign?
Scariest moment?
Matt does some scares in every episode.
I would say I didn't want to die by Kevdak's hand. I thought that was going
I
to happen.
thought we were done for.
I just
Yeah.
I would die. I would almost be okay with dying at any other moment. I just didn't want to die.
I think the group that was the most scared the group has ever been.
Going
has
into the
been
Kev fight because I
fight.
think we realized
We really
too
did.
late.
We should
that
not have done that.
Yeah, we
we
realized
bit
how
off way more than we could chew.
unprepared we were.
It's great for the story.
It was great.
There was a question. Shit, I've already forgotten it.
I think just the most recent was the worst for me, being up there with the Rakshasa, because that felt like getting hit by a bus. It felt like I was out of my control. Shit just screamed.
You
me.
had no armor on.
Yeah,
That's
I felt like
terrifying.
Matt totally fucking hoodwinked me, and it emotionally fucked me up for a few days.
Plus, and then when we started, I was like, okay, we got to get to Liam. We just got to get to Liam. And then he throws all those assassins in. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, and I got to Liam, and he jumped off the fucking ledge, out of range of all of my spells and any help I
But
could
that
have.
was so
Setting you up for that
jumped off.
amazing moment.
Yeah, it was
God.
really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
God, I
If you would have
well.
rolled a 1
that would have been very sad.
Will we dress as our characters at the live show?
at the live show, oh man.
No, we
I have a
only,
lovely
not
coat,
thought
but that
about
would be
that.
that
we
would
only
be a
wear
little
those
hot.
outfits on the weekends when we have parties with each other.
VIP
Yeah.
sold
No,
out.
no.
Yeah.
I wear mine in the hot tub. Just my jacket.
Let's take a couple more. We got a couple more
Okay,
minutes.
just a couple.
There was one question earlier that said, Laura and Travis, how did it feel RPing as a couple tonight?
I know, because we don't ever.
Well, let's
have
see.
any kind of romantic
you
stuff.
put our life at great risk often. I had to chase after you and save you like I do every day.
All the time.
Yeah. It was okay. It was
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Felt pretty normal.
Yeah, I was proud. I was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I was super curious to see what you guys would do once you realized you were playing as yourselves in the same fucking places you go every day.
That was good. Yeah.
It was
You mapped
working
out
me
that
out.
studio.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh. And that's like so weird to like be at the studio and know the location and actually be able to visualize what you're talking about. It's so weird.
Down to the fruit
Like
on
you
the
all-
fruit plate.
Yeah.
You all
Like,
know with that little
And the
table.
brownies. you said
oh
the
yeah, the
brownies.
brownies.
Do you ever feel like Mercer is picking on you?
No.
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 I feel yeah.
He spreads it out. He
Yeah.
attacks
He's
everybody
cold
evenly.
like the universe. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I never feel angry ever. Like when we joke and we're like, "Fuck you, Matt." There's never any
No.
real anger towards him at all. Like it's a joint game, and it always
We-
feels like he's trying to help us.
Like even between us, we all walk away from the table like during breaks, going, "Oh!" No matter what the
Yeah.
fuck was going on,
Yeah.
we're all just.
Sam, your old Les Mis audition got posted on the internet recently. Is there any other old work that you would like to see come to light?
I have a lot of great
You would tell us
nuggets
both.
from
Oh
the
yeah,
past.
we all have a little bit
Yeah.
of interesting YouTube ephemera.
But you and me have some. We had done some screen acting as children.
They've only found the strawberry so far is the only thing they found of mine.
I
I've got
have-
some other weird shit.
I
in
have
there.
a Pizza Hut commercial that I'm quite proud
I
of.
I've got a
remember
Coca-Cola
that commercial. Where
commercial
you were the
that I'm-
dweeb, right?
Where I was the dweeb,
Oh, man.
cousin Norman the nerd.
We did a
Google it now.
We did a Close Encounters Coca-Cola commercial back in the day with like
Ooh.
I had a whole cult watching me like drink a Coke as if it was like
That's
alien.
awesome.
It was
Is
amazing.
that on YouTube?
Somewhere. I don't know.
Somebody asked, I mean,
Hot
it's a
Cheeto.
broader answer.
Yeah, she does up there. Sure.
Somebody asked, like, if we die, what are we going to re-roll as? And that also reminds me of, like, when are these two characters going to get together? Or when are you going to do this? And my answer is, at least my answer is, never going to tell you, because I feel like that's going up to J.K. Rowling when you haven't read anything and saying, what happens at the end of the final book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you anything that hasn't happened in the future, because we want it to unfold in front of you.
Plus,
so,
we
like,
don't
we don't really-
necessarily know.
Yeah.
don't really
That
think
is
about
true.
it.
We don't know. I had no idea I had a daughter. I had no idea that changes all kinds of things
you
for
could keep
my guy.
sending those tweets, but it's ultimately just going to go down the turlet. I mean, we're going to let
just
it
dumped
just
Pike?
happen, because we don't know.
You dumped Pike.
Dumped
did.
Pike. I
You
mean,
did.
was
You
so-
broke it off, man. I
She
was
was
shocked.
heartbroken.
who
I
knew
could
that was
tell.
going to happen? It's just how.
Just heartbroken.
Wow.
She was pretty broken up over it.
Yeah.
Girls are pretty in the Feywild. I'm just saying.
that
That shit's gonna go down.
All right, let's take like 2 or 3 more. And we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hey, how to get into voice acting? Take some acting classes. Go to where the work is.
There you go.
Done. Next.
Done.
Pretty much it.
Oh no, it's
New
all
York
so
Comic
bad.
Con. Are we going back to New York Comic Con?
I don't know yet.
We went
like
last
to.
year.
The live
I
game
would
will
love
be
to.
streamed, and if the first live show goes really well, then maybe we will make it to other cities for live shows. But it's super early on.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know it's too much.
VIP sold out.
It all got. It went so fast. Now it's going so fast. Look at the.
Here, let's
something
just
got-
start combining them.
Oh, who would
Do
win?
you
Oh.
guys watch the live show TPK character
Sam's Commercial Pizza Hut.
and
Question.
I
Washington
saw who would
football
win in
team?
a,
Montreal
who would win in a
comic.
fight, Stinky Jules or Percy, and I'm pretty damn sure Percy would win.
Percy's a vicious son of a
And
bitch.
Stinky Jules is a vicious son of a bitch, all right? But I do think that, I mean, her level is way lower.
Yeah.
But she was pretty fucking cool.
I saw about half an hour of it, so I enjoyed.
I will never give my allegiance to the Green Bay Packers. It was a catch, Des Bryant. Thank you very much.
If you could have one thing answered about the current campaign from Matt Mercer, what would it be? What are you dying to know that he hasn't told us yet?
Did the Titan Stone Knuckles level up any higher than they already are?
I don't want to know, and I really.
Discover it as we're playing.
I know, like we don't like. Maybe it's a thing about working in as an actor that you don't feel that drive to know anymore.
I
because
feel that drive to know.
You're so.
I want to know everything.
I keep seeing Gen Con. We'll just say, stay tuned.
Working on it, yeah.
We're working on it. We're working on
How much is planned and how much is
August.
We never have conversations with Matt about what we're going to like,
through
unless we're going to do
6th
something
or
that
something.
he needs to know about.
Has Matt ever had to crash with one of you guys because Marisha got mad at him after a game?
You see that posted? I've seen that like 1,000 times on the internet.
No.
There was a point. There was a point when we were all talking about what we were gonna do in the Kevdak fight, where we were like, "Can we technically do this?" And Marisha was like, "Hold on," and she got up and walked in the other room, and then came back. We were all on like FaceTime with each other.
It's like,
She was like, "Matt says you technically can't do that, but."
no, she like other than like using the shower a couple times when the water wasn't functioning. That's pretty much no. Hey,
I keep seeing this one. I don't always play a warrior type of video games. Like I get to play various other things. We all get to kind of stretch every once in a
Oh
while.
yeah, that was a total joke. Like Travis plays all sorts of different types.
Yeah, was there a joke earlier? Did somebody joke?
When he was joking about how
The
you
voiceover.
always
Am I a
funny.
joke to you?
Am I a joke right now?
yeah, no, we
take
all
one more.
we're all rangy.
Last question. It better be a good one, you guys.
But
Why hasn't Scanlan's daughter smelled the poo note and taken
that
it?
is not a good question to end on.
Who knows? She might have.
What's it like living with a dragon?
Yeah, I saw
Dangerous.
that one too.
Is that what it said?
Yeah, keep her fed and let her sleep.
Who asked that question?
There it is. Do you have any
Not-
character regrets
That's a
that you
good
wish you
question.
could do over?
Character regrets.
That's a good one, yeah. That'll be the
Oh
last one.
shit.
Man, so many.
There have been a couple, yeah.
Trying to bone my daughter?
Oh yeah, that one was
It's a good
pretty
one.
bad.
It's a good one.
Individual regrets, Percy doesn't believe in them. He just believes in good life lessons. Other than the very regret of his existence, he's pretty much pretty down. So.
Terrible.
I know, it's like, well, once you fucked up that hard, everything else is just whatever.
Yeah, as long as you're still alive, like there's no looming regrets, but
No.
there have been like after the immediate game moments where you're like, oh, if I had just done this instead, I was thinking of it and I pussed out or
I loved our fight, and I'm sad that it never got to see its
know.
inevitable
That's really
conclusion.
great.
But the conversation we had in the craft room afterward was possibly the most satisfying. Like,
we like jumped to do a big hug afterwards.
and you remember you were like, okay, what would have happened if I put my hand in the shadow?
Right?
You're like, what would have happened?
You would have realized it was all an illusion.
Yep.
Add the skull in your
Even I didn't.
I think my biggest regret is that I couldn't bring Vax out of his like sadness that he was feeling like as a sister. I wasn't able to like.
Queen.
I couldn't bring him out like no Raven Queen could. That made me sad.
don't know if it's a regret, but that moment, I mean, like a lot of shit and talk from the fans and just a lot of what I thought about swirling around that moment with the Raven Queen. Like, that was a huge deal for me in the game because what I thought I was doing in that split second was bowing out as Vax so that Vex could continue. That's what I was doing. I wasn't angling for the armor. I wasn't trying to get a cool story. Or I was just like, all right, what I've always said is that Vax dies for Vex, and I'm going to die now. And Laura will get to keep playing this character, and I'll come back as a fill-in-the-blank. And fucking Mercer.
Yep. Yeah.
Fucking Mercer.
Different plans.
Spins everything all over the place, and it wasn't what I wanted. And Vax did want to follow Saren Ray, and he was in love, and becoming the right-hand man of the fucking Crypt Keeper, it made it problematic for all of that. So like the first week or two after that, I was like, oh, why, maybe he should have just killed me. Oh. And it took like 10 episodes to like go through Empire Strikes Back, to maybe poke my head up slightly at the very end of that. But it was a huge fucking downturn.
Poke your head up out of a pool of blood.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it.
Sure.
I'm really, it's my favorite thing going on right now.
Yeah.
I wish I had smashed that skull, actually, now that
I know.
that is a big
would've been-
regret.
Last bonus question, pirates or ninjas?
Ninjas.
Ninjas, yeah.
Yeah,
Pirates.
think ninjas.
Pirates,
Ninjas.
pirates.
Ninjas.
Ninjas take it 3-2. All right, we're done. Liam, you are our temporary DM for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Send us out.
Yeah, can you close out the night with your patented phrase?
Is it the day before Friday yet?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you next week.